This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
This episode of the History of Bad Ideas is sponsored by the Cincinnati Comic Expo. If you missed the Cincinnati Comic Expo in 2016, it will be returning to the Duke Energy Center in Cincinnati, Ohio in 2017, September 22nd through the 24th. Want to know what you missed out on? Go to the Cincinnati Comic Expo Facebook page, and they have all their panels with Stan Lee, John Barrowman, and many, many others. Also want to know what else you're missing out on? Check out History of Bad Ideas podcast number 143, as we have sit-down interviews with several of the guests at the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Again, September 22nd through the 24th of 2017. Get your tickets at the beginning of the year.
It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote
And all
scripts.
right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 154. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
And happy holidays, everybody. Happy Hanukkah.
Yay.
Merry Christmas.
Yay.
Not yet. We're getting there. Getting there slowly but surely. We had our first snowfall in Cincinnati this week.
Yay.
We got about a half inch to an inch out here.
Yeah, I hate snow.
I wouldn't call it snow. It's more like frozen ice.
Yeah. Were the roads icy coming to the Bob Studios?
No,
Okay.
they're just wet.
Just wet.
They were wet.
Okay. But I'm excited. I love snow. So bring it, people. Let's go.
Yeah, you're insane and crazy and...
Feel like I should be living in Pittsburgh, except for the Steelers. I would like that town. I'm off most of next week, so I am actually hoping that it just snows all week, so I'm fine with that. And my wife's off most of the next week, so... Blake, you off for the holidays?
Apparently, yes.
Why, apparently?
I'm not doing anything else.
Oh, okay. Or did you take off work?
I don't have to.
Oh, okay. Well, then, moving on. I don't know if you want to talk.
I get my holidays. I'm good to go.
Oh, you're it's automatic?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, you sons of bitches. You're about as bad as the post office. Damn post office. How dare they be off Christmas Day? I need my packages delivered.
That's right.
Jeez, lazy bastards. I'm just kidding. Moment of silence. John Glenn. He passed away, I think, after our Hobie show last week.
True American hero.
Yep.
We're probably the last thing he listened to.
He did say on his deathbed, make more Hobie. And I said, okay, we will.
Yep.
So...
His family were confused. They thought it had something to do with like sleds. But apparently not. They basically had to think about it for a while, and about after an hour and a half of coming up with movie concepts based upon his last words, they actually Googled it, and we came up. So we ruined the Glenn family's hopes of making a movie about his last words and being famous about a sled.
We apologize to the Glenn family.
Yeah.
So let's not Worsley this, okay? Let's really leave Glenn alone. I feel like
True American hero.
That's right.
Ohio-born, bred senator, and punched a guy who was a moon denier.
He never walked on the moon. That's
You never
bullshit.
watched his bullshit. He was like 60 years old. I was like, fuck you, buddy. Bam!
Well, John Glenn never did walk on the moon.
Fuck you, buddy.
But he didn't.
Yes, he did.
When?
He was like the 18th one out.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was in the back of the bus. He was moving forward.
No. He was the first man in space.
No, he was back of the bus.
He was the second American in space, the first to orbit the Earth.
Yeah.
That's true. No, but the guy did say that we never landed on the moon. Then he punched
we
it.
didn't. Yeah,
Sorry,
you
not
did.
John Glenn.
Okay.
You. Sorry, that is true. You never did. Well, fuck you. I wanted to. Fucking Neil Armstrong. He's dead too. Neil Armstrong, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. And we just got this in breaking news from Doug, #1 fan. Alan Thicke just died.
Are you kidding me?
No, had a
Robin's dead?
Yes, had a heart attack while playing hockey with his son. What was his best role? Oh, Growing Pains.
Did he
Dad?
have more than one? Oh, no, his best role was Alan Thicke on How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And he had a guest star in This Is Us. So I like that one.
Oh.
Holy moly.
Yeah, he couldn't have been that
Alan
old, right?
Thicke? Wow, that's...
That's depressing.
It is.
2016 strikes again.
Fuck you, 2016. I thought 2012 was the worst thing just because of the movie. Fuck this.
2016 is a horrible, horrible year.
It started with Prince and just went downhill.
He
Yeah.
started with David Bowie.
Oh, that's who it was. I'm sorry, David Bowie.
Our first
yeah.
episode in January could be the, what are those, death pools?
Yeah,
Well,
actually,
we can come up with a death pool and they'd all be cleared out before the end of the year at this rate.
69 years old.
wow. Really?
What?
He's like the 5th person to die this year that was 69.
Really?
Like Bowie, Glenn Fry, somebody died just like 2 weeks ago. Like 69 was the age this year for...
He was playing hockey with his 19-year-old son. Wow, 19 years old. Good for you, Alan. Let's see.
Was he playing hockey or just out there on skates? That's what.
He's survived
69
by
years old.
3 sons, Robin, Brennan, and Carter, and his wife, Tanya. He was most famous for his role as Jason Seaver, the dad of the 1980s sitcom Growing Pains.
That's right.
He was on the Netflix reboot Fuller House. I guess we didn't get to those episodes.
Didn't get to those yet.
He also hosted game shows, talk shows, and wrote several famous TV show theme songs for Different Strokes, Wheel of Fortune, and Growing Pains.
And he was just Alan Thicke.
Yeah, poor Alan. He always seemed like a nice guy.
He
Wow.
wrote Different Strokes?
The song, yeah, he
I-
wrote a lot of them.
I knew he wrote Facts of Life. I didn't know he wrote...
Oh, he wrote the Facts of Life. The
Yeah.
Facts of Life. The Facts of Life. The show that got George Clooney the stardom.
Yep, that was it.
I
look
see
it up.
where Robin Thicke gets his music ripoffs from.
Is Robin Thicke actually his son?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were.
No, you
Yeah, I
read
thought it was a
that.
different
No,
Robin.
seriously.
No.
No, I didn't know that.
That's that shitty singer, yeah.
Yeah, what's
Blurred
the one?
lines.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Thank you.
Blurred lines,
Woo!
white lines,
Has he
whatever.
done anything else since then? Blurred
Begged
lines?
his wife to come back to him.
Yes.
Right?
That didn't work
Basically,
out
after
well.
dry humping, what's her name?
Miley.
You know, Miley Cyrus. It's kind of hard to get your wife to come back to you.
He did dry hump her. Yes, he did. She's
Yeah.
a sweetheart. So, moment of silence for Alan.
And he was caught, goosing other models.
Oh
he was
yes, in the
standing with.
video, in the camera, the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't know there was a mirror behind him. That was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Let's do up down. Let's do up down. We'll start that off with that. You want to have a down? We'll start down and then we'll go positive since we're already talking about Alan Thicke and that's depressing. That might be my down for the week. Alan Thicke.
Can somebody tell me what kind of world we live in when Beyonce is in the rock category
Yeah, you got a point.
with Disturbed?
If it makes you feel
Who's
any better,
doing a Simon and Garfunkel cover?
a
For
really
fuck's
good
sake!
version of it, though. I love that
Yes.
version. But no, my problem is people pay attention to the Grammys. Like
Good man. Good man.
Ah,
Good man.
Like the Grammys at least stopped being worth something as soon as Jethro Tull won for the first heavy metal.
oh
category.
my God, Metallica! Yes.
I mean, if they weren't dead before then, that
Yes.
was where they jumped the shark.
And then when Metallica did finally win the Grammy for heavy metal,
Yeah.
Lars said, "Thank you, Jethro Tull, for not putting an album out this year."
The sad part is I don't even understand how the frickin' Grammys work because they were nominated the year they lost for the album And Justice for All.
Yes.
And then
Probably one of the best heavy metal albums ever.
And then the next year, they won for the single One, which
Yeah.
was on the album And Justice for All.
Wasn't there a year, and it wasn't Metallica, it was somebody else, and I'm not kidding. I swear to you, I believe the same album was up 2 years in a row.
It's possible.
And they said the reason was maybe it was album and then record. I don't know the way they did it. I could have swore that it was the same album that was up 2 years in a row.
With Metallica,
Yeah.
a song from the album was what got them the Grammy the year after the album didn't win the
Are you
Grammy.
trying to say the Grammys might be fixed?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
We do our own award show, the Floppy Awards, in a couple weeks, December 27th. And I will say that we do not take bribes or anything.
No, we
and,
do. But we're honest about it.
Oh, yeah, that is true. Never
Yeah.
mind. I was going to say.
No,
so we make a
clean-
stand.
We're cleaner than the Grammys.
Unlike the Hillary Clintons and the Democratic National, primaries, we're cleaning up front about buying our primary candidates.
There's no hidden emails with us.
There's no hidden emails
There's
with
no
us.
super delegates hiding
There's no
around
super
here.
delegates. There's no, scandals. We're all bare naked out there. That's why they're the floppies.
But we are, we do have super fans like Dev who sends us 15 pounds of Pez. So if anybody would like to send us Pez, please let us know. Speaking of giving back to our fans, I did send out, I sent out the book.
I
Jeff
noticed
Morris's
the book is not here
Yes.
in front of me like it has been for the past 6 months after it was won by
Yes.
one of our fans.
Yes. And I sent out a Canadian gift package to Nickel at Graphic Novice, so we did send them out.
Now, hold on. Did we send 1.25 more than what would be expected in that package? So,
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Yes.
Okay.
He does. So, sorry, not to go on a tangent about, the Greg
wait a
you know,
minute.
off on tangent.
Hold on a second.
We were on Tangent Bound Network.
If it was going to Canada, we only needed to send out 75% of what we would have sent out, and it would have equaled 100.
I want some refunds. Damn it! So you're down on the Grammys this
I'm
week.
done. Somebody tell me why a man dressed as a bat steals all of my press.
Where's he get with those wonderful toys?
Can somebody tell me why a hot African American chick in a onesie steals my rock and roll award, Grammy? Does that work?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not? Jeff, what are you down on?
Real quick, what do you think the chances she'll actually win it? You think they're going to give it to her just because she's
I believe
nominated?
David Bowie's in that category, and they may give that to him
How's he
posthumously
going to accept it?
from the grave.
He'll
His
have
cold dead hand.
he'll
Grammy-
have a small little Native American girl go up and accept it for him.
No.
That's
Actually,
not-
it'll
that's
be
not
a
allowed.
it'll be a Muppet from Labyrinth that will accept it upon his behalf.
That would be cool.
Those are creepy fucking Muppets. I don't want to see that. It's a good thing I don't watch the Grammys. I might get freaked out by
That's
it.
right.
Does anybody watch the Grammys anymore?
I haven't watched them for
No, I don't
years.
watch any of those fucking award shows. All it is those fucking wankers, celebrating themselves and giving themselves awards.
Oh, wait.
We
We just got nominated for Best Spoken Word.
All right,
so,
I'm there.
Grammys, watch them, guys. We appreciate it. They're great.
Wait a minute. Beyonce's in that category too.
Damn it!
We're going to lose.
Damn it!
Something about put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it. Put a ring on it.
And I was actually, I hate to say this, but I was actually nominated for Best Song in Hamilton. So I just wanted to let you know. My one shot.
Best
I got my
individual
one shot.
performance.
I don't know the rest of it. Damn it! Come on, Lin-Manuel, little Noriega. Give me something here.
Lin-Manuel Noriega Castro.
Come on!
Wow.
I want my shot.
Dude.
My one shot. Jeff, what are you down on?
I got a one shot.
All right. I know I've complained about this in the past.
That's what my wife used to call me. Oh, wait. Sorry. Hey.
I know I've complained about it in the past.
Miracles of Viagra. Oh,
But
yeah. Go ahead.
the game of life is a pretty shitty game.
Did you play the Game of Life recently?
Game
I
of life?
watched
Really?
a video on YouTube where they played through it.
Oh,
And
Time
it's,
out.
why?
it's because
I've had to play that with the girls all the time.
Jason told me that they changed it and updated it so it's different than the one I remember playing.
It is.
It's worse.
It's
not good.
It's not that good.
No,
You're
I
right.
was thinking it might be better. They might have figured this is a crappy game. Let's improve it. They made it worse. Like
Yeah.
the people are playing, and the guy like picks up a card and reads a card. It says, "Tell a joke, and if the other person laughs, then you get so much money." I'm like, that's the stupidest
What?
thing I've ever heard. Yeah,
That is stupid.
I've never seen that one.
yeah. Tell
This
a
must
joke.
be like a really recent version.
I haven't seen that one.
Because our updated version is you go to college, you're automatically 120 grand in debt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If
I'm
you
like,
don't
why
go,
go? skip college, get the computer programmer job, and you're good to go.
The person who did go to college won the game that I watched.
Don't
though.
buy insurance.
Yes.
They didn't have
If there's
insurance.
anything in life that you never should do.
I don't think either they didn't
We can't condone
address
that.
it, but they never had an insurance thing come up their entire game.
Yeah,
and that
well.
was the only thing I really remember was everything was burning down or whatnot. And they force you to get married still. Force.
You get a choice, though.
But it's a force.
It is. I will
But
give you that.
But they only let you pick a partner. If you want a blue peg, you can have a blue peg. If you want a pink peg, you can have a pink peg.
Yeah, I like it. You can have a blue pink pig.
But they don't have a transgender peg yet. When's
I
that
just
going to
said that,
happen?
While you're whispering into your
yeah.
mic, he's yelling into his.
Well, I did like the IT job that you can get. If somebody spins and it comes off, you get $10,000 if you're an IT guy, if that's your job.
Oh, really? If
Yeah,
the
that is
spinner
one of the
came
new
off?
things. Yeah.
So basically, it's a game of skill.
Yes, it is. You can't have the spinner come off.
Well, that's what the whole thing was. It seemed like every time somebody did something, you'd spin, and then you'd see who won the money. It was kind of like Lotto. It shouldn't have been called Life. It should have been called Game of Lotto. Pick a number, and you keep spinning until someone wins.
You're right.
All right, but enough about life. That's my
In
down.
general, life in general,
I enjoy regular life.
Okay.
I just hate the game of life.
I'm down. Not on the Grammys. Well, I am because I just don't fucking care. I'm down on the fucking Golden Globes. Can we fucking nominate something somebody's seen? And I know that you're trying to get some of the best ones, but I have no desire to see any of the film Golden Globes.
Everything that's been nominated hasn't been released yet.
I know.
That's why at least the Academy Awards waits till after everything's
It's
been
fucking
released.
ridiculous. I was like, really? I was looking at this. I was like, nope,
And
don't
it's
know.
the Hollywood foreign press. We don't even know what they are.
You know what? Again, we're upfront about taking bribes for their floppies. Golden Globes is not. Just ask
Exactly.
Ricky Gervais. Or Richie. I like his brother, Richie Gervais.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down on the Golden Globes, but then I just don't even care enough. So we got to get Scab Jeff in here, though, for his picks the week before. We got to do that.
We
Yeah,
do.
we don't know how the Golden Globes work out. I mean, look at the governing body of FIFA. You can't trust those foreigners.
Hey, half our audience is foreigners. Some would say Alabama is a foreigner.
Yeah, but they're not our audience.
No, not anymore. Speaking of Alabama, my wife was watching Sweet Home Alabama with Reese Witherspoon, the chin, and
The cutie. She's
Everybody-
a cutie pie chin.
then her attitude comes out in real life.
It's perky. Spunky.
Just like my nips. Anyways, my thing is, everybody says Big Bang Theory is blackface for the geeks. They always equate that. Okay?
I'm offended.
Okay, well, good. Keep it going. Because I feel like Sweet Home Alabama is blackface for Southerners. I feel like it is the most stereotypical, like, just insulting thing about Alabama. And I'm not trying to defend Alabama. For God's sake, they got Nick Saban. God. But I'm just wondering, like, is it really that? I just felt like it was very, very bad stereotypes. And if I was in Alabama and lived there, I would be insulted by it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad stereotypes.
I'd be insulted too because Reese Witherspoon has all her teeth. All right, and we know that's not an accurate portrayal of people from
We
Alabama.
don't know that.
Wow. I wouldn't insult the people from Alabama that way.
Again, I tried to defend Alabama. Not the college, though.
Well, no, not the college.
No. Technically, it's a community college, so it doesn't really count. Okay, so that was my down is the Golden Globes. What's your up, Blake? What's your positive of the week?
Man, what is my positive? It's a bummer. John Glenn's dead.
Alan Thicke. You got one more that's going to die.
Alan Thicke, Grammys, Golden Globes.
What do you think?
It's a week before the holidays. I guess that'd be my thumbs up.
It's okay. There you go.
There you go.
Are you off all next week?
No.
Oh, okay. So that's your positive. Well, that was quick.
I'm looking forward to next week.
Jeff, what's your up?
I'll say this week, since I've been trying to make my top 5 list for later in the show, I've been watching a lot of stand-up comedy specials.
Okay.
So I've been enjoying stand-up comedy
Netflix
specials.
has become the source for good comedy specials.
Netflix has some good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch the Grand Tour. With the gents, the blokes you know, from Top Gear that, you know, Hammond, May, and what's his name? Clarkson.
But you haven't watched it yet?
Haven't gotten around to it, but I will.
Okay. That's on Netflix now.
Yeah.
And they also have Mythbusters, the crew from Mythbusters, right?
Mythbusters?
Myth.
Methbusters?
Myth.
I like Mythbusters.
It's like it was the old
Yeah, they got
game.
they got the cutie handy chick
And then
from Mythbusters, and she's
they got the
she's the star of the show now with
Is
a
she?
couple other people, and she's doing her own thingamabob.
and the cutie guy that does the hand jobs. I like him too. He's cute.
I
and
missed
then
that part.
yeah, it's on Netflix for a reason.
Oh.
So Jeff, you're up on that. Well, that was quick. Okay. My up is raccoons. I'm up on raccoons.
Okay.
So let me explain.
Oh, we don't need you to explain.
Okay. Moving on. Let's see the Twitter poll of the week this week. Twitter poll of the week. The Walking Dead first half season finale is done. Let's see this past Sunday. We'll get to that in a second. Let's see. You can follow us on Bad Ideas on Twitter, Bad Ideas Podcast, and you can vote in our poll then, or follow us on Facebook at the History of Bad Ideas Podcast. Lots of great news there. Let's see. So every week we do the poll of this week. What do you think of the first half of The Walking Dead season? 15% in last place. It's not a good sign. It was a great first half. 20% of the people said awful. They stopped watching. That was in third place. This was actually our number one poll. Every week we've been getting higher and higher in the poll, so this was a nice one. Second place, 30% said disappointing. 30% said disappointing. And in first place, 35% good, but it had some flaws this season. So overall, the majority liked it, and then the majority were disappointed. So, Jeff, what did you vote for it?
I didn't vote.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do my due diligence, and I felt it would be wrong to vote when
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't
okay.
know the issues.
It's not like we only had 5 votes. We actually had really a good amount of
Are
votes.
you sure these results are valid? Didn't Putin have to do something to do with this?
I don't-
Didn't the Russians hack our
I
Twitter?
I can't condone that.
All right.
I can't
Is
confirm that. I
there
can't
a
confirm that. I
Russian-
can't
Condone it either.
Is there a Russian Grateful Dead, Walking Dead connection?
I'm just tapping my nose for no reason.
Isn't Putin a fan of Negan?
Who isn't?
That's right.
There was some outcry that he didn't. Jeffrey Dean Morgan was not up for best supporting actor for Negan.
Yeah.
I don't think he should have been up for it, but you know, if anybody was going to be up for it from Walking Dead, I guess he would have been.
I think he might have been up for Critics' Choice.
He won
Awards.
Critics' Choice.
Yeah, because I saw they just had those this week.
Yeah, hosted by T.J. Miller.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it. It wasn't that good.
I'm not a big fan of T.J. Miller. We can talk about that in comedians,
Yeah.
but top 5. Teaser.
Is he going to make your top 5?
I know. So I guess we're not talking about him.
I don't think we will talk about
I believe
him.
he's in our buy-sell stock.
Oh, he is. Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, because he's in the movie.
All right, so stick around. We'll get more details on that.
Blake, what do you think about this season finale? Fall season finale.
Well, the whole season, etc. I have been doing my due diligence and reading, and there are some positives and some criticisms. There are people that were fans of the show who stopped watching because Glenn died.
6 million viewers dropped.
Yeah.
Wow.
17 million down to 11.7.
Yes, but however, and so the complaints were, Glenn died. Other complaints in regards to that death is that it was too violent and graphic,
get
and
over
it
it.
turned them off. And then the other complaints that I've seen is they're saying, "Oh, it's just too slow." But my retort for all of this and for equal time, I'll say the whole Negan thing. He's the biggest baddie yet, and you have to make him as deplorable as possible. I mean, he can't vote for Trump, obviously, because, these are, pre-26 Trumpocalypse.
He is our supreme ruler now.
That's right, Supreme Ruler Trump. Sorry if you're listening. Or, Ivanka. Hubba hubba. All right, so anyways,
Come on our show.
you're making Negan as deplorable as possible. So you got to kill it. He's got to do his baseball bat thing and Lucille. And I know that some people say he's going over the top with his character, but I think that builds into a lot of the psychology and them just trying to make him as horrible a person as possible in order to, trump what you've already seen with the governor.
You have to get the group as low as humanly possible.
Yes, you have to, get Rick as beat down as possible. And
I still don't
everything
think
else that goes with it. And the people that are complaining, that's why Negan's such a horrible character, right? So, and you roll that in with the slowness of it all. Mm-hmm. You now have multiple storylines. Everybody's branched off on their own. There's a reason why you got to pay attention to the hilltop. There's a reason you got to pay attention to the kingdom. There's a reason you got to pay attention to the, lesbians in the swamp. Mm-hmm. There's a reason you have to pull all that because it's all going to be pulled together in the climax, climactic season finale, which we expect, here at the end that's coming up.
So I'm wondering how many more fucking outposts are we going to have to find that, oh, look, we found guns in this place.
Mm-hmm.
It's, they went to this place surrounded by a swamp of zombies.
Yeah.
Literally a swamp of zombies. And they paddle across it and like, oh, look at all the guns.
Well, they was out of ammo, though.
It's true. And
there's somebody following them.
Yeah, do you think that's
from that?
Do you think that's from the women's camp or do you think that's from the base that they just took all the guns from?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Well, the base gives you the impression that it was a single guy.
Correct. My question is, did Negan's group... I don't think they found the guns when they came back on that truck. Mm-hmm. I think Rick and them stashed them somewhere because when they were taking those boxes out, I didn't see any guns.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they were hiding them.
Yeah, I don't know. So, Michonne.
Uh-huh.
She kills the red-haired driver chick.
Yes, because she kind of wants to die because she's a savior and is tired of it. Tired of her life.
Because she kind of says, that's all of us down there. Mm-hmm. We're a lot of people. There's a silencer in the glove compartment and, ditch the car.
Yeah.
Or did she just resign to the fact that she knew Michonne was going to kill her?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think she was just done. I
right.
think a lot of them that are working for the saviors for Negan just do it out of necessity. And
and because of it's the way dictatorships and totalitarians rule by fear. And you got your thugs that enforce it, and the bulk of the people don't want to be doing it, but they eventually go do it anyways. Well, yeah, whatever. But he's like, oh, I'm just trying to get by, and Daryl says, no, this place isn't about getting by.
So did the fucking Nazis.
Getting
Smack.
it all. Yeah, no, he said it's about getting it all. And eventually, if you do kill Negan. Is there just another guy that's powerful enough to keep everybody together and to rise up in his place? I mean...
Do you take the devil or you know, the devil or you don't know? Devil or you don't know. With Negan. I mean, that's true. I mean, if you're part of his followers, if you kill him, the next guy could be a lot worse.
I would say at one point in time, I would just try and leave.
Mm-hmm. Because you would think that you could probably get away, right? Maybe.
At one point in time, you keep punishing people or they don't turn on you in whole.
Yeah.
That's the problem between, dictatorships. How much can you have your boot on their throat before everybody turns on you?
You gotta let up after a while. Negan did help.
Yeah, even Fidel let
let up after a while.
Even Fidel let up after a while.
40 years, but he left up.
That's right.
Come here, Raoul. You take over.
That's right.
I did like how Negan took care of the little slime problem that Rick's group had. The guy that was trying to turn. The last of the Monroe family.
As cruel as Negan is, you do see
he has an ethics.
He does have a code of ethics that he works by, as perverted as it may be.
I did like, and it was very similar to the comic book, but I did like how Negan, when I forget what the guy's name is now, he was like, well, we take Rick out, then I can take over, and I can leave. Mm-hmm. And Negan's like, so you want me to do your dirty work? And as soon as he said that, you're just like, oh, that guy's fucked.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that guy's fucked.
that is true. And here's the other thing: if you're gonna get Mullet Man, what's his name again?
Eugene.
If you're gonna get Eugene to build you a bullet, don't you think you would have Eugene build you more than one so you can test a few of them first and make sure they work?
Or you have a couple in your gun, so if the first one misses Negan, you can fire some more?
Or, yes, exactly. And one of the criticisms I read was a person, oh, yeah, you're that close, you pull the gun out, you don't hit them. That's bullshit. I'm like, actually, it's pretty tough, believe it or not, because if your aim's off by a quarter of an inch, you can miss by several feet. And especially if you're whipping your gun out that quick and pulling the trigger.
Hey, what are you doing? Whipping your gun out?
Yeah, exactly. It's not like you got a space to hit like a urinal. You know.
People were saying it would shatter the bat and kill him. My issue is...
But you don't know if the bullet casing, you don't know if that was an effective bullet or not.
That was my
and apparently
point.
it wasn't. Eugene made one, but it wasn't
Strong enough.
And
if it was... that was my point.
so
is,
it's
you don't
like
know
when
how it
people
is.
bitched about it, like, oh, this bullshit, you can't hit somebody that close. You try it. It's actually harder than you think. And second of all, that bullet that Eugene made probably wasn't good and powerful enough because obviously it just lodged into the bat. It's sticking out.
Ask the British during the Revolutionary War. Didn't always work. Let's just stand in lines. Why are you standing in lines?
Yeah.
Stop it! We like the British. We're on nerdly.co.uk. Check them out. Good day, Governor.
Hey, big ass.
Jeff? Okay,
Hello,
moving on.
Governor.
Yeah, I already did that one. Go back to your words with friends. I like this season. This last episode I thought was better than any of the other episodes this season.
I thought it was good, and
I enjoyed it.
It was kind of like a sick humor with, Negan hanging out in Rick's house.
Yes. With his daughter.
With his daughter, and then hanging out, and then, cooking spaghetti. And I think it's really funny. And then he's sitting there at the table, and he's like waiting for Rick to come back, and he's like, fucking, I'm not waiting for him anymore. Eat. I think that was pretty funny. And I remember some of the criticism was, oh, that's just not believable or funny. I'm like, no, I actually thought it was a good, funny thing.
Rick, I'm going to have to say, I fucking made a mess of your kitchen. And I am so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. And I did like how, go ahead and kill somebody. Olivia, boom, dead. Up on the porch. Just like, oh my God.
Yeah. But
Poor Olivia.
but
She was
when-
not good at her job.
No, she wasn't actually. But do you think the one interesting thing I did find was how they worked Negan's humanity into the storyline last week, especially when he was showing Carl around. It was almost as if he was doing it just to brag, show what kind of power he had, to Carl. And what got interesting too is when he was making Carl take his eye patch off. What? And then while he had Carl with his eye patch off,
He fucked him?
No.
Oh.
He started he started laying into him and making fun of him and letting him know how horrible and scary and shitty he looked, etc. And then that's when Carl actually started to cry. And you see,
But
like,
no tears came out because he has no eye.
well, a tear came out because he had one eye still.
Oh, okay.
But there was that brief moment there where Negan stops and says, "Oh Christ, I forget, you're not a grown boy. You're not a grown man. You're just a boy." And while he lets that guard down for just that one split second, that's when his fluke, one of his lackeys come in with Lucille with the baseball bat and is like, "Hey boss, you forgot this." And then Negan immediately goes back into his, super tough guy mode.
So we just saw him actually become human.
For a moment. So, maybe they're, like we said, he's a horrible person. He's got a fucked up code of ethics, but deep down, maybe he's still slightly human.
I doubt it.
Well, if you read the comic books, they're doing a backstory. And I'm not going to spoil the backstory because they may do it next season on an episode. But, he is human, obviously. Do you think he sees a little bit of himself in Carl, or do you think he just feels sorry that a kid is growing up during the shitstorm? Or do you think he's just, somewhat human and is like, okay, maybe I was a little rough on him. He's 15.
I think it kind of gives a weakness into his backstory.
Okay.
So he may not have been, this horrible person all along.
I do like everybody online said, I can't wait till he fucking gets killed by Rick. Rick's going to kill him. It's like, just keep waiting.
Yeah.
Just keep waiting.
And I only know that because I talked to you guys.
Yeah, just keep waiting. It's awesome. Just keep waiting. So, what would you give the grade? A through F. What would you give the first half?
I like the show. I'm a fan. A little slow at times, but it's interesting. I still give it a B+.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'd be B to a B+. We're not Entertainment Weekly.
No.
Fucking sucks. B-. This
This is horrible. B-, yeah.
I think they're saying, there's a big drop of 6 million. I don't think they take into account a lot more people are streaming it. Once the season's over, like on Netflix.
And didn't their episode for episode 1 of this season break other records because everybody wanted to see who got whacked, literally. And then so you got all those people to show up for that one episode. But I mean, how does it compare to the average that it's had for the past couple seasons?
It goes up and down. I mean, you were anywhere from 10 to 18 million.
Okay.
And that's the thing. It's like, well, it kind of goes up in waves in that. There are seasons that are better. There are seasons that are worse. I think that's part of the reason. And again, I think you're not taking into account a lot of the DVRs plus 7, which means that a lot of people are watching it within 7 days on DVR. Do I think as many people are thinking it's must watch right away? I don't think so. But it's also season 7 of this fucking show. You know, it's going to have a decrease in people eventually. It's still the number 1 fucking show.
All right, that's all you need to know.
And The Talking Dead, a fucking show talking about this fucking show, is number 2.
That's horrible.
It averages 9 million.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
Really?
yes.
Only 2 million people that watch.
It's 8 to 10 million. It fluctuates. On a bad day, it's like 5.5 to 6 million. Still number 2 on cable.
Wow, that surprises me.
Which boggles my wife's mind because she loves This Is Us, and we watch This Is Us together. But on NBC Online, there's an after show with some of the stars on it and creators in that. And she's like, oh, goody, we get to talk all about it. She's like, who the fuck watches this? I was like,
Me?
people watch Talking Dead. People like it. I don't get it.
I mean, I like to. I don't like to read just recaps. You know, I just watch the damn show.
Yeah.
I like people that actually give you a recap, but then explain things or theorize or give you better, insights or meanings. Other than if I just want a recap, I'll go watch the damn show again.
Kind of like what we do with Westworld for the Pop Culture podcast.
Yes,
Cafe.
correct.
You're welcome.
There you go. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Let's see here. We do have a gift from Heno, which we're going to open here soon.
What?
Oh, yeah, we do. I actually have to find it, son of a bitch. Which I will get at the next break.
Okay, Hanno, Jason misplaced your gift.
I got it somewhere. We'll get it.
Wait.
Let's see here.
Is it a sack of potatoes from Idaho?
I did open it because I had no idea what it was, and I'm glad I opened it. And
did he send nudes?
I can't comment. I can't comment.
Did he send his own version of the floppy?
So, anyways,
Pictures of Hanno's abs.
I'll show him a picture of my ab. So the plague hit my house this weekend. This past week, my daughter had a double ear infection. My wife on Thursday went to the doctor and then had a CT scan because her strep throat was so bad.
Did you guys get any of the flu shots?
My kids did.
Okay.
So, but it's ear infections. That's the thing that's killing it.
All right.
So my wife always gets strep. So she got a pretty severe case. She actually has to go back and make sure that it's okay. She was basically on bed rest for 2 days. They pumped her full of antibiotics. And Friday night, I was putting my son down, who's 6 months old, and he usually sleeps from 8 p.m. till 6 in the morning, 7, 8 sometimes. He's a pretty good sleeper. And he wouldn't go down after he would fall asleep on me. Put him down in the crib. He would wake up within 20 minutes. So, to fast forward, I was up from 6:30 a.m. Friday for my job. Worked all day, came home. He wouldn't go to sleep, and I was up until 6:30 a.m. on Saturday.
All right.
I was literally up for 24 hours. It was wonderful.
Oh, you napped it a little bit in there.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not exaggerating. I think I got 40 minutes of sleep.
There you go.
So we should have brought our Japanese surgical germ masks.
No, everybody's cleared. Everybody's on antibiotics.
Sure?
Yes, everybody's good now.
If I get sick, I'm gonna be pissed off at you, asshole.
Well, then I told my wife.
I'm gonna come back Saturday when we record. This,
Really?
And I'm gonna lick all your silverware.
Dude, really? Our whole house is.
Right.
I decontaminated on Sunday. But then I told my wife, I was like, on Saturday morning, she was filled with antibiotics. I was like, you have to get up. I can't go any longer. I gotta get some sleep.
Okay.
So she was only able to do it for like an hour and a half because she still felt like shit. Well, then I took my son to the doctor. He got an ear infection, my infant, so that's why.
Ear infections for everybody.
On the positive, though, 2 things. I fell asleep at 8:30 Saturday night and slept till 8 a.m. the next day, so that was nice. And at 2 in the morning, I got to see Captain Phillips. For Tom Hanks, the movie from 2013.
Was that a good thing? Or
3 years
yeah.
too late. I've been waiting to see it. I wanted to see it.
Did it live up to your expectations?
At 2 a.m, it's a pretty damn good show. If it was
Yeah.
any other time, not sure if I really would have liked it. From 2 to 5 in the morning it was on. And I was like, oh, it's 2 in the morning. I really wanted to see this movie. I'm never going to be able to watch all of this. I'll be going to bed soon.
See if I can do it. I am decapitated now.
Ooh, that was good.
That's my Somali impersonation.
Oh,
Look at me.
I thought you were doing Tom Hanks. Sorry, I didn't know. Okay, whatever you want. That was my Tom Hanks from Captain Phillips. Did you notice?
Nope.
Okay, good. It was okay. It was.
I thought that was your Tom Hanks from Bosom Buddies.
We gotta keep this apartment. Isn't that the reason why they were?
Yep.
Okay. Captain Phillips. It was okay. It wasn't anything great. I don't think it should have been up for Best Picture. It was interesting. I will say, dear God, bravo to the SEALs that could shoot fucking 3 people in a window on a little life boat
At the same time.
at the same time.
On sea swells.
With the waves are going
Yeah.
and the wind. Dear God in heaven,
Isn't
that
that
was
awesome?
impressive.
Are you saying you couldn't do that?
I couldn't hit the lifeboat. I could barely hit the ocean, I think, if I was shooting from the aircraft carrier. It was fucking awesome.
That's pretty talented, huh?
And it was because they pulled the string that was holding onto the lifeboat that was on the thing, and that's when the one guy rocked back into the window and they had all 3 clear shots. It was fucking impressive. I suppose I did have an issue because the crew did say in real life that Captain Phillips was not like that. There was some issues with it, that he
Yeah.
wasn't so selfless on it.
Yeah, it's a Hollywood rendition.
Correct.
Yeah, and it's Tom Hanks. Yeah.
And you know what? I have to admit, I really do. Everybody loves Tom Hanks, and you know,
right.
you watch it and you're like, yeah, it's a Tom Hanks movie. It's good. I like it.
There you go.
It wasn't. I wouldn't go out of my way, but hey, if you have a kid that won't go to sleep at 2 a.m, it's a wonderful film to watch.
Make him watch Captain Phillips.
He's sleeping on top
There
of
you
me.
go.
I got to watch Captain Phillips. So 3 years too late.
Okay.
EP. Let's get the gift let's do listener feedback. Start with Doug. I'm going to go get the gift, and let's start this. Let's see what we got here. Go ahead, Blake.
All right. So, anyways, we're going to start with listener feedback from Doug.
Number 1 fan, Doug.
Can't give yourself a nickname. He says the Browns-Bengals game had tickets for $1 before game time. Did Blake go? Hell no.
You didn't go.
No.
It cost triple. I saw dollar is pretty impressive. There was an article he linked to us on this.
Yeah.
StubHub had them for $3.
Yeah.
So an 0-12 team versus a 4-7-1 team.
On
feel
the
like-
lake, on the shore of Lake Erie, with wind,
snow,
sleet,
ice.
sub-zero winds. They originally were selling like tickets anywhere for $5 for an extra $2 they'd give you 2 drinks and a hot dog, which is completely useless in that stadium at this point in time because your hot dog will be frozen by the time you open from the wrapper.
Extra $5, you were going to be the quarterback for the Browns.
$5, yeah, exactly.
It was great.
You could have
It was
been
a
on the
great-
field.
That's how RG3 got
fielding
on the
punts.
field.
Yeah, exactly. Actually,
Drew
yeah.
his name in the lottery.
No, he paid $6. I got a ticket, sir. Can I get in? Go ahead. You're the
Yeah,
only one that hasn't
exactly.
gotten concussion yet.
That's the only place where my beer literally froze over on the top once. At this point in time of year, that was watching He Hate Me from the Carolina Panthers set a rushing record against the Browns
Rod Smart.
Yes.
Speaking of that,
from the XFL.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
30 for 30 has an XFL documentary coming in February.
Oh wow!
It looks pretty fucking awesome.
I'm sure it is.
I love the XFL.
Did anyone else hear the rumors that the XFL is coming back?
That's gotta be fake, right?
Apparently,
Let me check Snoops.
Apparently,
Snoops.
ESPN has been doing a whole bunch of stuff about WWF or WWE wrestling.
Well, they have an agreement with WWE. They've been putting them on.
Yeah,
and
well, apparently, it's the two of them are getting back together. ESPN and Vince McMahon. The rumor I heard was that it's going to be a revival of the XFL.
I would be shocked because the ESPN's so in NFL's back pocket. Let's see here.
But there really isn't any minor league football. So, I mean, the NFL would like it because they can find stars without having to invest their own money or
NFL
find
Europe,
competent players.
NFL
maybe.
Europe folded.
Did?
Okay, it is a comedy bit on a lot of the, like the Onion, but for sports and that.
Yeah.
Because the one says, the kicker.com has headline, XFL to be streamed live on MySpace. Poor Justin Timberlake. No. So it was $3 on StubHub for the Cleveland game. It would have been triple that. Your beer would have cost triple the ticket amount.
Yeah, I believe it.
And what I watched some of the game, not much, but some. It's a boring fucking game.
Oh, it's crappy football.
It was not good.
Down to. No, it's not.
I feel like any team that plays another team that has a tie in their column should be $5 tickets. I don't care.
Wow.
I don't care.
Well, everybody got their fill of good football from the Army-Navy game the day before,
Poor fucking Navy. My dad was in the Navy, so I always root for Navy in the football game.
Well, we had our third strings in there because everybody else was hurt. That's the only way Army's going to win.
And again, like I told you on Facebook, we may disagree on AbFab, but I agreed
There
with
you
you
go.
on Navy.
Thank you. That's right. Go
And look what it got you. Who they lost
It's
because I
your
agreed.
fault.
So-
but Doug follows up. He says, it's info about Fox Sports from last week. He says, Jamie Horowitz, creator of the Embrace Debate movement at ESPN, actually left ESPN to run Fox Sports, hence the change.
That's Skip Bayless and everyone coming
That's
here.
why Fox Sports is starting to suck because they
Yes.
hired the guy who made ESPN suck.
There you
That
go.
is undisputed.
Thank you.
Sorry. There you go. That's the reason. Fucking Skip Bayless. Fucking Shannon Sharp. God.
Exactly.
Okay, so who we got next, Blake?
What we got next is El Heno. We haven't heard from El Heno from Ida Heno for quite some time.
Co-Canadian Floppy of the Year winner last year.
Despite living in Idaho.
So he sent us a care package.
Sent us
Let's see
care
what we got.
package.
And we got more care packages coming. I feel really bad that people are sending us stuff, but they want their floppies. I take it.
That's so special.
It is sweet. Thank you, Heno. Let's see what it is. What is it? Open it up, okay?
Oh, my
Please tell our
goodness.
listeners.
No. It's all mine.
It is.
It's a autographed photo of Remy LaCroix.
A nude.
Backside nude.
Oh,
Remy
I'm not putting that on Facebook Live.
No, my wife will kill me. That is awesome.
I do like how he kept the receipt in the package for us.
This is
How much did it cost him?
oh boy.
so the shipping costs more than the photo.
How much was the shipping?
$5,
How much was the photo?
$4.95.
And it was actually not from Heno, it's from his dog Jace.
Oh,
Since
that's from Jace. It says thanks, Jace, because that's right. We gave Jace
a shout out for his
a
birthday.
shout out for Jace's birthday. This is the Remy LaCroix porn star, nice butt, extremely rare full nude, signed
It's so rare,
8
it's
by
worth
10.
$5.
8x10,
$4.95.
and I like it.
I'm gonna put it next to the Adam West picture.
We're gonna have to leave it here because there's no way in hell I'm gonna be able to take this home.
I think you should take it home. Honey, look what I got
Hey,
from our fans. So thank you, Jason L.
this is the
Heno.
best fan gift ever.
Let me see that again. That is a nice picture. That is a nice picture.
Right. I told you ruined it for me forever.
Here,
Remy LaCroix.
I'm gonna put her,
No, don't do
picture
it.
up on my face.
No, don't stop. I'm
Hello, Remy LaCroix over here. I got a nude picture for you. Hello, Jeff. I am the Remy LaCroix. I just ruined it for you. It is a nice
You
picture.
couldn't ruin that for me.
That is a nice picture, I have to admit.
She is a hula hoop champion.
She is. I live my hula hoops. I'm going to ruin it for you. Not in the good way either. So
There's a
there you
good way of ruining things.
Oh, there is. Yeah. So I got 3 kids. Anyways,
I'm gonna have to go to a bathroom break here. About 5
hand
minutes.
check.
I'll be back
Everybody
down.
got a hand check.
I'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, 60 seconds.
28.
Who are we kidding?
Where are we kidding?
Sorry, I kicked Mike there. My bad.
That's
Well,
awesome. I love that. Thank you, Jace. via Heno.
Okay, what else does Heno say?
That's awesome. He says Evan Wood, a.k.a. Dolores from Westworld, dated Ohio's own Marilyn Manson at the age of 18. So basically what he's saying is she spoiled goods. All right. According to an article in Rolling Stone magazine, he promised freedom to her. Soiled, hashtag ew. That's from El Heno.
That is never good.
No. Here I had such great lofty aspirations for Evan Wood. But, Marilyn Manson has soiled a lot of actresses, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He started out with Rose McGowan.
Yeah,
and
she
then
got soiled.
She got soiled.
Now
And,
Evan Rachel Wood.
I mean, look what happened to her. She ends up wearing a machine gun for a leg in a movie, for Christ's sake.
Hey, I like that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sure, whatever. And then Jawbreaker, he made that appearance in Jawbreaker because Rose McGowan was in there as well. He was the, creepy old guy that Rose lures to the house. Mm-hmm. And that's where you get to see Marilyn San's freaky makeup.
That's where we got to see Brian Warner, actor in Ohio.
Yeah, exactly. But, Ohio's got some great music. Trent Reznor.
Anything else?
And Marilyn Manson.
Okay.
That's all we got?
Brewer's Tongue.
Brewer's Tongue, yes, that's right. We've got
Are they Ohio or are they Kentucky?
got Dr. Ben.
Oh, they're Kentucky.
No, they're
They're
originally
Kentucky.
from Ohio. They're
Okay.
I
I was going to say only good music comes from Ohio. There's no jug band in Brewer's
Well,
Tongue.
we do have the Black Keys. That's current. Is working pretty well.
21 Pilots, they're from
21
Columbus.
Pilots, yeah.
Yeah. Put in. Never mind.
But thank you, El Heno, for the great facts there regarding Westworld and Marilyn Manson and the autographed Remy LaCroix. She did sign on her backside. All right, so anyways.
She was signing the most important part.
That's
She
right.
wanted to make sure you saw the signature, so she had to put it near the derriere.
Yes. Yes. Here from Dev. The Sigh Guy.
Big Dev the Sigh Guy. Dev, 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 Dev. Big Dev the Sigh Guy. Dev, 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 Dev.
Yes, and our listeners are making other listeners' theme songs.
Not only are they sending us packages for the Floppy Awards,
Well, I like that.
they're now making theme songs.
Yeah, where's our floppy theme song?
The good news is next week we're going to have a round table here, a lot of guests for our Christmas episode, and I feel like we might get a live version of the Dev Psy song.
That's true. And maybe Dr. Bednar can bring a guitar and make up one on the go.
You know what?
You
He
know,
better
but,
if he wants a floppy. Yeah, otherwise El Heno might be taking that.
Yeah. All right.
Doug's in the competition now.
Yeah, Doug is in the competition.
All right. So here we go from Dev. Although he's not correcting us,
That's true.
I will go into my correction voice for Dev. Gotham is terrible, and I will stop listening to the show if it wins another floppy, and I don't win my first. My demands have been made, and I say, good day, sir.
Well then,
Well,
He says, good day.
he let
like-
us know our place.
just like America, we don't negotiate.
We don't negotiate with Michigan terrorists.
That's right. So simmer down, Michigan militia. I'm just saying that Gotham, I don't think is going to win. I'll be honest. I don't think it's going to three-peat.
I know, considering I think I'm the only person that's watched Gotham here at the table.
Well, I got 5 days to get this caught up, so I'm sure I'll do.
That's
Yeah,
a
so
lot of
sure.
time.
Yeah.
But,
I
you
could
know,
have watched Gotham instead of Captain Phillips.
yeah,
could've.
you know, it's true. You know, I was going to say we can make a category for, like, best Hobie bribe. Mm-hmm. But obviously, Remy LaCroix photo here wins.
I don't know. 20 pounds of Pez is pretty impressive.
Actually, you know what? Eating Pez while looking at Remy LaCroix is pretty impressive.
Don't forget about the European Pez.
Oh.
Yes. Well,
And-
when I said Pez, I meant all Pez.
And Graphic Novice has a care package coming to us this week.
Better get here before we
It is. I was
record.
not home to sign for it, so I signed it and put it on the paint on the door. So
You know, if we haven't taken special time out to thank all of our listeners during listener feedback for sending all these wonderful bribes, we're pretty damn lucky people.
we are lucky people.
We appreciate every bribe sent.
And, you know, it just makes me feel all warm and tingly inside.
And every question that's sent over to us.
right.
We've done listener feedback for 100 and, well, it was 154, 153 episodes. I think we actually took some on the first podcast, too.
Did we? How
I
was
don't
that
know. I'm not
possible?
going to listen to it.
I don't think we did.
I don't want to listen to it.
I don't think until number one fan Doug started sending
Okay.
a question. So it's probably about the third or fourth.
Okay, so 150 episodes. We've had listener feedback, and we appreciate it.
Hashtag LF.
We missed one episode, and we got killed.
You know, so thank you, everybody, for listening and downloading us. And,
Yes.
you know, tell a friend, have them listen to us, too. And, you know,
And then
don't be
apologize to
abashed.
'em.
And then apologize to them. But then don't be abashed not to send us anything. We'll
Yes.
take anything,
Yeah, obviously.
pretty much.
Yes.
All right. But anyways, Bob is next. Bob says, can we agree that the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man films are the Joel Schumacher films of the Marvel Universe? I'm going to have to defer to you, pros.
Well, I'm trying to think, because they're not technically of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Correct.
But if he means of any Marvel films, you got to remember Fantastic Four films are out
I'm
there.
going to say Fantastic Four is bigger.
Yeah, I would say Fantastic Four would be the biggest pieces of fecal matter coming out of the Marvel canon.
I saw the original Fantastic Four ones, like the first two, a couple months ago. Those are still god awful.
They're not good.
They're not good at
They
all.
actually get worse with age.
They do. The Thing looks really bad. He looks like he has foam on. That's about it. And how you have Michael Chiklis playing that and just it just comes across as horrible.
Oh, I thought Michael Chiklis was actually the bright spot. I mean, the
liked
Thing
him.
looked bad, but
I liked his. He did good.
Yeah.
But it looks so bad. And Doctor Doom. Can we please get a movie where he doesn't look like a douche?
can we please get a movie where Doctor Doom is Doctor Doom and not some super-powered trans-dimensional being? Or
That would be wonderful. I'm going to say, yeah, I agree with you. Fantastic Four films are the Joel Schumachers of it. Maybe he's saying because the original trilogy was good and the second trilogy was bad. Maybe that's the reason.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. There has not been a good Fantastic Four iteration ever. When Roger Corman is the best.
Roger Corman.
Yeah, we saw that.
All right. Stay tuned for next week when we compare them to M. Night Shyamalan.
Ding dong.
All right. From Meow God.
Yeah.
Meow God. He says, William must have done some cool maneuvers on his in-laws in Westworld to gain the holding of the company after shaming Logan in the season finale. How did that happen?
I do not know. That's
I think
what's
people-
been bothering me about. It's like, wait,
Yeah, I think people missed the part where William shoved a feather up Logan's ass when he shoved him off on that horse.
I missed that
And?
part.
Yeah.
missed
I just
it.
made it up.
Oh, okay.
I'm just the whole thing. I don't unless he killed Logan.
No,
then-
I think it probably could have been one of those tabloid things where, gets shamed in the, media back home. Hey, look, this is
maybe-
what this guy was doing on Westworld, and he ends up naked on a horse with a feather shoved up his ass.
I'd say yeah, and Billy's the one that did it to me.
Yeah. Obviously, it was good enough to shame him into going away. Or Logan got really scared. Because, William ended up being a really bad guy.
Logan didn't look scared when he was sent off on the horse all naked and everything.
I mean,
did
Logan didn't look scared.
Didn't I say Logan?
Yeah, I think you
He
did.
said William.
I meant to
Well,
say
anyway,
Logan.
William sent him off.
Yeah.
Yes.
They did say the second season is going to focus more on the guest experiences. I'm like, but the revolution's starting. We don't care about the guest experiences anymore.
The guests who were in the park when the revolution started.
Maybe. So, can I just get Samurai World? I just want Samurai World.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a spin-off down the road.
I want Samurai World.
Could be.
Okay, what's next, Blake? Oh, yeah.
You know what this music means.
It's hula hoop time.
That's right. It's Nick. Oh, Brad.
Spank me.
He says, follow up to my last question to Jeff.
Bring it, big boy.
He says, Jeff,
Oh.
what
Oh.
is the meaning of
Yeah. Spank it.
I'll still say 42.
Okay. That's the meaning of wife.
That's the meaning of wife.
that's
Okay.
the meaning of wife? It's
And
42.
It's 42.
Okay.
Are you talking chest size?
Why not?
You talking Jackie Robinson?
Why not?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Nick Albright. I'm just saying out there, you're our sexiest listener feedback. So you're going.
He's Jeff's 2.54 fan.
That's right. And I think you need to bring some holiday question next week. Just saying. Just saw what was on your phone with that music.
Yeah.
Was that a naked woman rolling around in the sheets?
It was Remy.
No.
No, I'm kidding. So whatever YouTube had up on the photo cover.
You porn?
Yeah. All right, next from Randall Holt, RJ Holt 666.
He's not evil.
Just handled that way.
Yeah, he says, it's official. Jason is wrong.
Wrong. Official.
A 3-1 vote on Addams Family being better than the Monsters. Yeah, wait a minute.
It's actually 3-2. Blake and I agree.
I was going to
Munsters.
say, wait a minute. No, I didn't think that was the actual vote.
I don't want you doing the Trump
Hey,
math.
wait a minute. Did the Russians have something to do with this?
I think they did. Your vote didn't count, young man.
I feel robbed.
I don't think you were here.
And I feel like your vote should count because you're wearing the Russian tracksuit.
I'm going to go protest.
I feel like you're... Down the hall. Soapbox on the Canadian Podcast Network. A Hobie production. Where we talk politics.
Why are you giving me a baby pacifier?
Don't worry about that. Stop it.
All right, also, Doug's Big Dev theme song is most impressive, he says.
Don't say that, Randall. Don't do that. It'll go to Doug's head.
Now,
Hey, you know what?
Hands, yeah, you don't
now
want to do those
Doug
hands.
is going to make one for Randall Holt.
Ooh. I want to know that one.
That was probably Randy's
Attempt.
Yeah.
I've been manipulated, just like the election again.
Well played. Down the hall. Soapbox.
Professor Number One and Doctor Number One says, I know what I'm getting Jason for Christmas. A Pittsburgh Steelers one-piece bathing suit. Thoughts? # model for me.
Oh, yeah.
My thought is, aren't all men's bathing suits one piece?
Oh, no, it has the straps going up, and, I am Peter Griffin, so it's okay.
Well, you know what? They do have that easy entry for the back side.
So, I'm secure myself.
Or is he getting you a mankini?
Ooh, I have one. But this is going to be
But a
Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers mankini.
Ah, okay. I would wear a Browns bathing suit, but it's just a paper bag. Probably I should do that.
Just looks like a giant turd. I don't know. What's Pittsburgh nerd Sean Kuhn and those guys do? What do they wear? Further one-piece bathing Pittsburgh Steeler fucker suits.
Pittsburgh fucker suits?
Yeah.
They wear those Bumblebee jerseys. That's their look.
Oh.
They look like the hard hat guy from that Village People.
Oh, young man.
That's right.
That's the only
I can't think of anything else.
Young man.
YMCA.
Young man.
All right. That's all I got.
Okay, let's do some draft day.
What do we want? Draft day! Draft day, draft day, I want a draft day. Hobie. Draft day, we need a draft day. Hobie, history bad ideas, yeah! Draft day!
What is draft day, Jeff?
Draft day is when we take a suggestion, usually from listeners, sometimes from ourselves, and we go ahead and recast via a draft some show or movie or
Superhero team.
whatever it is. You ask us to redraft, and we'll redraft them and try to put the best team forward for said property.
Back in the day, we used to have a lot of segments on our show. We've kind of dwindled them down. We do bring them back once in a while. We still got Riddle Me This coming up, in a couple weeks. We're riddling the Game of Thrones cast with WWE wrestlers.
Ooh.
So just to let you know.
So we gotta get thinking on that one. Huh?
Yeah, about a month. And also, just to let you know, at the beginning of January or middle of January, we got the Stick Figure podcast coming on our show, Passerby podcast.
Stick figures with funny hats.
Yes, Matthew is coming on our show, so get your Lori Petty and Point Break questions ready for us.
That's right.
It's gonna be some excellent time. So this week from Randall Holt, this one's been in the chamber since last Christmas. So
We're just now getting around to it.
That's right.
Perfect timing.
He wanted Miracle on 34th Street.
He wants us to
original.
draft a new cast.
When a nice old man who claims to be Santa Claus is institutionalized
As
insane in the membrane.
In the membrane.
There you
Got
go.
no brain, going insane.
Insane in the membrane. A young lawyer decides to defend him by arguing in court that he is the real thing. Let's see. Doris Walker, played by Maureen O'Hara. Macy's, the store, event director and disbeliever that this fill-in Santa is really Kris Kringle. Fred Gailey, played by John Payne, is Doris's attorney neighbor and defends Kris Kringle in court.
Well, that's nice of him.
You know, you can always tell that it's a 1940s movie or 50s movie is, oh yeah, the big protagonist and antagonist, oh, they're neighbors. That's so crazy.
neighbors.
And a lawyer.
Yes.
And the major piece of evidence is mail.
Yes.
It's an envelope with the address.
Well, we had a good envelope today.
Yeah, we did.
Remy LaCroix.
Yeah.
Kris Kringle, played by Edmund Gwen.
Edmund Gwynn.
The department store Santa that thinks he's the real deal. And Susan Walker, Doris's daughter, played by Natalie Wood, the only wood that doesn't float.
I completely forgot that this was a young Natalie Wood.
Yeah. A young
Holy
girl that
moly.
believes Kris Kringle is Santa. First off, does anyone like this movie?
Yeah, it's all right. I've seen it.
Okay.
I
Was not a big fan.
Not-
It's okay.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're
I
New
never actually
York,
was able to watch it all the way through.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I think if you're New York and you're a big fan of Macy's, and you know, if you're an East Coaster, New Englander, this is probably one of your top.
This is one of Randall Holt's favorite Christmas movies, he said.
Yeah, classics. Mm-hmm. You know,
Better than It's a Wonderful Life. Jeez.
You know, A Wonderful Life is great.
Which are
pedals.
which are top 5 next week. Top 5 overrated Christmas traditions. Movies, TVs, traditions, anything. Just anything holiday,
Anything
actually.
Christmas
anything
or
holiday.
holiday related,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
So anyways, moving on. So, Jeff, you go first.
Oh, I get to go first?
You'll go first. You never do.
Yeah.
Well,
So he's got 4 slots to fill,
slots,
and
well-
this is his first round pick.
First round, you got to go for Santa, don't you? Kris Kringle? You got, well, with the number 1 pick overall,
Okay.
I got to go for Kris Kringle. And I'm going to take Willie, Billy Bob Thornton's character from Bad Santa.
I had that on my list.
Interesting.
So I'm going to scratch that out.
He's
Interesting.
Gotta
So,
go.
yeah,
I was
so-
eating Pez.
That's right. Jason's draft room just got a little discombobulated.
It's okay.
there was a little stir over there in
That's
the
right.
burger draft room.
All right. So yeah. All right. That's an interesting pick. Yes.
Well, just because I want to, I'm going to go next. I'm going to take the next Kris Kringle.
Okay.
I'm going to take Richard Attenborough, who was
Oh.
in Jurassic Park. He's Richard Hammond. So,
Famous director.
yes.
Actor.
Actor. He just passed away. I'm going with him as my Kris Kringle.
He's got the look.
All
I'll
right.
give you that.
Okay. Next.
All right. You know what? There is a run on Kris Kringles here.
Uh-huh. You don't have to go now because you'll be fine.
But I am gonna, because you know what? You're right. It is first round, and you got to get your heavy hitter. It's
Okay.
got to be Kris Kringle. So you have to build your cast around Kris Kringle. You know, so I'm picking a cast here that I think is pretty important. That 2016 was a bitch to us this year. 2017 could be worse. So I'm putting together an all-star cast here that's going to give their final performance.
Oh, so all dead people.
No,
Oh, future dead.
future dead
Okay.
people next
Aren't
year.
we all?
We're all dying.
I think who could do a better delivery of Kris Kringle?
Mick Jagger?
And saying that he's Santa and he thinks he's the real deal. I'm especially hot off his performance in Westworld. I'm going with Anthony Hopkins.
Okay. Okay.
right.
Is it as a robot Santa or
No,
Okay. I like it.
Anthony Hopkins
Wow, sorry, Anthony.
playing Kris Kringle.
Okay.
That's right. So, backing that up, I got to go with
Well, what do you think you're doing?
Snake draft.
We don't do snake
draft.
in
I get to go
draft day.
first in the second round.
There's no
Snake draft.
They
Snake
don't
draft.
exist.
Snake draft. I'm
When the
first draft in
Cleveland
the second
Browns get
round.
to do a snake draft, then we'll do a snake draft.
I'm doing it anyways. So, for my Doris Walker, I'm replacing Maureen O'Hara.
No, it isn't. He's
Gotta
changing the
be.
rules as he goes along.
Gotta be Macy's event director, disbeliever, in her award-winning performance before she dies in 2017.
Martha Stewart.
Helen Mirren.
Oh, okay. Okay. I would give
you
you
go.
props on that one, but you broke the rules of draft day, so I'm not.
That's
and
right.
you're killing off Helen Mirren on us. Wow.
She would be fun.
Hey, I'm telling you.
I'm going with my Fred Gailey, John Payne, the attorney.
Yes.
Not John Payne, sorry,
Right.
played by John Gailey. Fred Gailey.
Make
I'm
your
going
pick.
Dylan McDermott. He has
Thank
a clean
you.
look.
In the snake draft, you were going next. Going
Yes.
back to
See?
you did.
Well,
follow.
now you broke the rules,
did
so I mean,
follow
I'm just
the
gonna
rules.
follow.
Snake
Broke
draft.
the rule. We weren't doing
Snake draft.
It's not
Snake
snake
draft.
draft day. I think not.
That would
Snake
be kind of
draft.
fun.
It's all right. You get the next two.
I'll take the next 3 if I want.
There you go.
Well, I think this after Chris Kringle, second most important is the little girl.
Okay.
So for my Susan Walker, I have to cast Hit Girl, the Clarette's character from.
Oh, Clorette.
Oh yeah.
Clorette.
Clarette's.
Yep. Good call. Good call. Okay.
Chloe
That's a good
Grace
one.
Moretz.
Yep.
Good one.
It'd
I
be better
like.
if she was playing Hit Girl as a little girl.
But that's what I'm drafting.
Oh, okay.
that
Good call.
is.
Okay.
As.
Ooh, man, that's powerful.
Okay. So who are you going with next?
That's good. That's a good pick.
I like that one.
I suppose I'll go for my Doris
Starting your third
Walker.
round. Third round.
My Doris
Snake
Walker.
draft. Snake draft.
You're not even letting me draft. You're interrupting. Jeez.
Oh wait, you don't have to do the snake draft. We can start with me again for
No,
third
we
round.
We
can't.
should have done an
Okay,
auction.
there you go.
An auction.
Auction draft. There you go.
My Doris Walker, the event director.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, who's the best event director ever?
Judith Light.
No, Julie McCoy from The Love Boat.
Oh.
The Lauren Hughes character. how you pronounce her
Music
name.
and laughter. That's not it.
Yeah. Wow, you turned The Love Boat into the Copacabana.
At the Love Boat. Music and laughter everywhere. For everybody below 50, look up the Love Boat. 40. Let's see. I'm going next. I'm going my Susan Walker.
Which was your backup Montalban from Fantasy Island?
I did not have a backup.
Richard.
I would have had to
Ricardo.
have reached in the phone book to
Ricardo
back it
Montalban.
up if someone stole my Julie McCoy.
Okay,
I'm going
there you
old
go.
school. I'm going Mara Wilson, who was the girl in Mrs. Doubtfire.
When you have to explain your draft pick,
I think that was a good pick. She
that's
was
good. That's good for Jeff and me.
That's a good Matilda. Okay, well, that's fine.
Whatever you say.
Oh, Matilda.
Yeah.
She's in the movie Matilda?
I don't know. I think so.
He just made that shit up.
So, snake draft, I'm going again. My Doris Walker is Elizabeth Perkins. She's been in a lot of different films, and she has
That's
the
your
look
fourth
of it.
round.
Yeah, that's my
I
fourth round.
don't get my third round
Oh,
pick.
I'm sorry. It's snake draft. Anyways.
But there is no snake draft with you because you're always in the middle.
Oh.
You're the Jason Sandwich.
I'm the cream in the middle,
You're
baby.
getting it from the front and the back,
Squishy
man.
everywhere. Okay, so what's your fourth round pick?
Third round pick. And now you're going to hear my fourth round pick.
Okay.
Third round pick. I'm going to get my Fred Gailey out of the way because who else could be a great attorney neighbor in court and be very convincing and everybody will love?
And will die next year.
Yes. Denzel Washington.
You're killing off Denzel?
Yes. I'm sorry, Denzel. I don't mean to.
Man.
But he's getting up there in age. I got to get him cast for this. And I think Denzel in the courtroom would be awesome.
Matthew McConaughey would have been a good one, too.
Yeah.
All right. Now picture Chris Kringle
No, we need him next
with
for
a
a true,
beard
new True Detective. All right.
as a black girl.
My fourth round pick.
As a white girl.
Fourth round pick and final pick
Uh-huh.
of my draft. I have to do this.
You're killing off a young girl.
A young girl
Okay.
that believes Chris Kringle is Santa.
Okay.
Lindsay Lohan.
Someone said she's dead inside.
That's right.
She's already dead. It's fine.
Oh, God. I could just imagine
Lindsay
her
Lohan
sitting
now?
on Chris
I'm
Kringle's
sorry,
lap.
Lindsay.
Lindsay Lohan now?
Yes, playing a
kinda-
little girl.
I kind of believe that she
I
thinks
would
that
be
he's
very
he's
disturbed
Santa.
of the scene of
Yes.
her sitting on Kris Kringle's lap.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Kind of like the Remy LaCroix picture we got today.
Exactly. That's how
Okay.
I think that would go down.
Well, I already picked my 4th round pick. What's
There you
yours?
go.
My 4th round pick I've got left, the Fred Gailey, the attorney neighbor. I thought of the best attorney from television of all time, Dan Fielding, John Larroquette's character from Night Court.
Okay.
Best TV lawyer ever.
I like that.
Okay. I think Jeff might have done a good
I
job
think
with this
for
one.
once, Jeff may have bested me.
Ooh.
I know we always best you, Jason.
Oh, yeah. If anybody could
Man.
figure out how the theme to my
Ooh.
draft, let me know.
There's a theme to it?
Oh, yeah. So my pick is
Suck.
Doris Walker's Elizabeth
Is
Perkins.
it the theme that sucks?
Shut up.
The suck theme?
Shut up.
This is my Jason suck draft.
You know what? You don't even
My
mean
draft sucks, Jason.
snake draft. Elizabeth
Snake draft
Perkins,
sucks.
Dylan McDermott,
Sucks.
Richard Arbaugh,
Sucks.
Maura Wilson.
Sucks.
What's your pick, Jeff?
Hey, Jason, can you guess what my theme was?
People who you think will be dead next year.
No, it was Jason sucks.
Oh.
I don't like you anymore.
My 4, I've got Julie McCoy, Dan Fielding, Willie, and Hit Girl.
What's your picks?
I do like your draft, Jeff.
I did have Billy Bob on my list. I like
Very
that.
good.
Go ahead.
I got Doris Walker by Helen Mirren. Fred Gailey, Denzel Washington, Kris Kringle, Anthony Hopkins, and Susan Walker, Lindsay Lohan. I do have an all-star cast, by the way.
Randall Holt, you're the judge. You sent it in. Let us know who wins.
Yeah.
Please be me. Please be me. Please be me.
I got it.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Hey. Spider-Man Homecoming and War for the Planet of the Apes. Trailers were released this week. Anybody see them? We had them on our Hobie Facebook page at Bad Ideas.
I saw the Spider-Man one.
History of Bad Ideas. Okay.
It looked good. I thought Michael Keaton as Vulture looked real good.
I did too.
It's got me intrigued.
I like Tom Holland in it. I think he did a good job. And I like when he went to hug Tony Stark in the car, and he's like, "I'm not hugging you. I'm just getting the door."
Open the door.
Yeah, get the door for you.
Yeah, Tony was hugging him, but played it off.
Yes. I'm intrigued to see it. I put the international one up, the international trailer up, which had a couple more scenes in it, and actually showed Iron Man flying through it.
So they really all went all out getting Iron Man into the movie.
Well, if you're paying him $20 million, might as well. So I'm excited for it, and everybody was talking about the webbing under his arms, like his wings.
Oh, I thought that was cool.
I love that. I
Did
like
they say
that.
bad about it?
It was hit or miss, but you know how the internet is.
Yeah.
How dare you do something?
Dude, they've been doing that in the comics for years.
I
I've
know
never seen
at
it.
least by
Glides.
the 80s
Yeah.
he's had that in his comic, and it makes sense that he'd have something to help glide while falling between buildings.
I like Vulture's look on it. I
like
thought he
Vulture's
did.
look. I thought Michael Keaton and the lines they showed him give, really kind of pulled it off.
I really want to see Shocker. I can't wait for the Shocker. I really can't.
The Shocker.
Not the Shocker sexual move. I'm talking.
Shocker.
69 Man is going to be awesome too. So I'm excited about that. Did anybody see War for the Planet of the Apes?
I did not see that one.
Why?
I like the first one, the remake. The second one was
No.
This one I'm intrigued by. Woody Harrelson is your only hope for humanity.
God,
If he can't solve it from 2012, I'm sure he'll solve it here.
We're doomed.
So yeah, he just fights them with hemp. That's all he does.
I'm going to put it this way. I haven't seen a Planet of the Apes movie that I actually liked.
Did you see the first one that they remade?
Damn dirty
part
apes.
of it?
I liked it.
I just was never a fan of even of the concept of Planet of the Apes. Just didn't do it for me.
I'm impressed by the CGI in it. It's pretty impressive, motion capture and
Now the
everything.
question is, 20 years from now, how will it look?
I think it will look decent.
Okay, you won't go back and say, "Oh, we thought this was good."
I don't think so, but then I also thought X-Men, the original one, looked really good at the time, and I was like, oh, this still looks good. And then you see it again, and you're like, ugh, like...
Didn't I see in this trailer there's like a sign in the background that they had something like Harambe Lives?
Are you serious? That would be awesome if it is.
I'm joking.
Oh, okay. Caesar gives power to Harambe.
That's right.
Let's see here. The pilot episode of Powerless was screened to a mixed but mostly positive response at this year's San Diego Comic-Con. We talked about it. It was about insurance adjusters living in a DC universe, official DC universe on NBC.
Yeah.
And they would be taking care of the claims that come in.
From the damage claims, property damage claims.
And one of the claims adjusters might have been a Green Lantern, Green Lantern Corps member in the thing.
Former Green Lantern Corps member?
We don't know.
He got stripped?
You don't know. But it sounds like NBC has made some major changes.
That's what I hear.
The events, this was online this week, while the events of their workplace comedy were originally set in an insurance company, Batman News reveals the network has made a big change. The newly released official synopsis says, in a world where humanity must cope with collateral damage of superheroes...
In a world where humanity must cope with the collateral damage
of superheroes and supervillains.
There you go.
Emily Locke...
Vanessa Hudgens
begins her day as Director of Research and Development for Wayne Security, a subsidiary of Wayne Enterprises that specializes in products that make defenseless bystanders feel a little safer. Full of confidence and big ideas, Emily quickly learns that her expectations far exceed those of her new boss,
Alan Tudyk,
and office mates, so it will be up to her to lead the team toward their full potential and the realization that you don't need superpowers to be a hero. I don't
Sounds
care.
terrible.
You know what this is? It's NBC.
Yes.
It's NBC.
Yeah.
Post 2016 election.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, this is a whole metaphor for creating safe spaces for everybody.
It actually does, kind of. I can see that. They're no longer powerless to bystanders. I thought insurance claims would actually do well. Like, you could change it up every week and it would be funny.
No. It's NBC.
So basically, they had to reshoot the whole first episode from scratch now.
NBC.
I
Nothing
didn't
but
think
commies.
I didn't think the teaser trailer, the 7 minutes, trailer that they showed was really that great.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, it wasn't that great. I was kind of disappointed in it. Now I really just don't care. So sorry.
Really? I thought a new floppy winner and comic book show was going to.
Well, it still probably wins, but I'm just saying I'm not looking forward to it. So there's your light news of the geek. Again, if you have questions for
No quickies.
no quickies this week. If you guys have any questions for next week's episode, send them in by Friday of this week or Saturday. We're going to be doing a roundtable with a lot of different guests. And it'll be a regular episode, but a lot of people will be on. It'll be great. It's our holiday episode one, so send some holiday questions at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter and at the History of Bad Ideas on Facebook. Thank you. Hello, Hobie listeners. What are you doing next September 22nd through the 24th, 2017? Jason, that's a year away. Well, sure it is. But you know what? It's never too early to plan for the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Last year we had Stan Lee, we had John Barrowman, and even Teddy Sears. Zip. He was fast. That's September 22nd through the 24th at the Duke Energy Convention Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. Check the Cincinnati Comic Expo Facebook page out for all the news, or you can listen to Hobie and we'll be updating it as they release the new guest. Again, Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 22nd through the 24th. Make your plans now.
Are you tired of wasted Friday nights? Clubbing with friends and hot chicks like me?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, well, you would be because you go out all the time clubbing. I'm not allowed to go to the clubs.
This is true.
Are you sick of fun conversations at the bar with hunky bartenders?
No, not really, because I'm a dude.
You know what? I am sick of it because they always try to pick me up for some reason, Johnny.
Sounds like you need to spend an evening in the park, drinking with Neil and Johnny.
I love drinking in the park with you, Johnny, even though you're the one that does most of the drinking or all of it.
Dude, thanks for buying the rounds. I mean, it's really good. You're a good friend.
You're my best friend.
No, we're good. We're friends. We're good friends.
Best friend.
We're like acquaintances, really.
You're my best friend.
Is the liquor store still open? Because maybe we should do another run.
Anything for my best friend.
Thanks, friend.
Best friend.
Thanks, bud. Okay, great.
Best.
Join Neil and Johnny every Friday night as they talk about stuff while drinking in the park. Listen on neilandjohnny.com, droidscanada.com, and on the Tangent Bound Podcast Network. Bananas.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Why, thank you, Marty. We will go and talk about the box office that, well, nothing really bombed. Did
Nothing
it?
bombed.
Nothing new bombed this week. There were the bombs from previous weeks, and there were some pretty big ones, but we're done talking about those.
Yes.
We'll just go right into our top 5.
I like
Moana, number 1, another $19 million, total of $145 on a $150 million budget.
It's up to 250 or 280 total internationally. Moana. Sorry.
Is that how a song from the
One of the
movie
songs
goes?
is, yeah.
Okay.
I got the soundtrack.
Already. Wow.
That's for kids, and I like it.
Yeah, and I like
I'm a sucker for good cartoon musicals.
Office Christmas Party, which Blake thinks looks funny, is made $17.5 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $45 million.
They did say that it was expected to be between 12 and 15 million, so they were ecstatic that it was above it. There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is up another $11 million, total of just under $200 million, on a budget of shortly below that, $180 million. Number 4, The Arrival. What was that movie about?
That's a chick flick that just happens to have aliens in it.
Oh, okay. Made another $6 million. Total of $81.5 million on a $47 million budget.
Amy Adams is up for a Golden Globe. I thought of Blake immediately.
Of course. It's a chick flick. There's a lot of guys that got suckered into that, including myself.
Dev says you are wrong.
Anyways. Dev is wrong. Sorry, Dev.
And Doctor Strange made $5 million, a total of $222.5 million on a budget of $165 million. So Doctor Strange still plugging along.
Still trickling in.
Go Benedict.
Yes, I do like Doctor Strange. I'm glad. What comes up this week? What's coming out?
Oh, Rogue One.
A Star Wars story. I got my tickets.
Early reviews.
Got my tickets.
I'm
Early
ecstatic.
Reviews.
What are they saying?
Awesome.
I've heard a really good movie, some flaws, but overall really good.
Just discussing this, I think I'm more excited about Rogue One than I was about Episode 7, Force Awakens.
I think I might be getting there. I stopped watching the trailers, which I've been doing for a lot of the movies in the last 2 years or so. After I see the first 2 trailers, like the big ones, I'm done. Even TV spots I don't watch. Like, I've been trying to do it. I'm actually taking my oldest son to it, and we're pretty
I hope not the
excited.
youngest. He's only 6 months.
Just to piss off everyone else in the crowd. I'm excited to see it, though. And I think he is, too. He's been talking about it. So it looks a little bit darker, but that's okay. And I'm excited about the beach fight scene with the AT-AT.
And you know what? It's pretty cool that they're doing a beach tropical scene when they did the Hoth, Frozen scene.
Yes.
I'm kind of disappointed the stormtroopers aren't running around in like little modified shorts with cock pieces.
Mankinis.
The stuff from Moana, the Hawaiian, the Polynesian dress.
Yeah.
I like
I'm a little disappointed. I didn't see any of that running around.
But they still have the helmet on.
Yeah. So that's
I'm
pretty
excited.
cool. And you know what? As true to episode 4, which Princess Leia says, a lot of good, what's them names all?
A lot of good banthos.
Banthas?
No.
Of course, they're not banthas anymore.
You mean episode 6?
Yes, episode 6.
Mon Mothma said,
yes.
Or Mon
Manny
Mothma,
Bothans.
Bothans. Banthos are the things from the same people.
Banthas are, that's right. A lot of banthas died.
Because they can't exist in space.
Because they can't exist in tropical
We have
climates.
the desert.
We took a lot of banthas to the tropical climates to fight the stormtroopers, but they all died.
They wouldn't be good spies when they're two stories high.
Yeah. And when they're not
the
smart.
Banthas would survive because they're from the desert planet, aren't they?
That is true. They are from
They're
Tatooine.
from Tatooine, so they would survive in the beaches.
Tropical?
Unless it's too wet
No.
for them.
There you
Speaking of
go.
Star Wars,
It's very
they
hot
can't
for 'em.
swim.
They don't need to swim if they stand on the beach.
They went in the water.
Has an Oregon Trail taught you anything? They're kind of like oxen. You better cock that wagon pretty well across the river, otherwise they're drowning. They're not going to last.
Yeah, they get exposed to all those diseases and parasites. Their bodies aren't built for that.
We're giving them blankets.
Just to let you know, there aren't going to be many Bothans in this film because that was the second Death Star they died getting the plans to.
Okay.
But they all better die That's all I gotta say. It should be a sad ending.
They said there would be no sequel to it. And then somebody online was a jackass
There
and
already
made
was a sequel.
They made a sequel poster to it, and it was Star Wars Episode 4.
Yeah.
A New Hope.
Did you see that meme that talks about this is actually a sequel to the prequels, which were sequels to the originals, but were actually sequels to the prequels?
And it has nothing to do with the new sequel.
It has nothing to do. Yeah, exactly. It has nothing to do with the new sequels to the new. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Supposedly I learned this from listening to the 365 chaps, Flix chaps. They said that the new trilogy will be the last trilogy. Then they're going to do a lot of standalone films.
I'm fine with that.
And they said that will be the last films with the Skywalker family too.
I'm really fine with that.
I am too. We don't need all to be related.
I don't need talking about at least multiple movies of young Han Solo and stuff like that.
Yeah, a trilogy of Han Solo. We don't need that. Don't need that at all. I don't need everybody in fucking Star Wars to be related. I don't need Finn to be Lando's kid. I don't need that. Just because there's 2 African Americans in the whole galaxy, they don't need to be related.
It doesn't mean they're related.
Yes, let's not put them related, okay?
Weren't they speculating that he might be Han's son?
Yes, with his first wife from the comic books.
Yeah.
That's fine, but I don't
Do they all need to be
care.
related?
No one needs to be related. It's a
Does
fucking
Rey
inbred.
need to be the reincarnation of Anakin Skywalker, which is actually Luke's father?
It's going to happen.
Please no.
I heard it won't happen.
We talked
I
about
heard
this
some
before.
of the stuff that
I would
happens
say.
in this film might actually give you an insight to Rey's lineage.
I hope so. All I'm saying...
Well, I kind of hope not, because that means it's related to the...
Actually, I would be fine if you didn't know anything about Rey. I'm fine with that.
I'm fine, yeah, if she had...
I don't need everybody related. I don't need it to be Star Wars, an Alabama story. Okay? I don't need an incest angle here. I don't need that. Okay? That's all I'm saying. I don't need it, people.
Oh, they had Luke and Leia kiss in A New Hope.
But George Lucas had a trilogy in mind from the beginning.
Sure.
I did.
Whatever.
I really did, guys. Will you listen to me? I had it. I had the whole idea.
Okay, Jar Jar. Let's
Don't
go.
listen. Me so horny. Jar Jar, no, you're not.
All
Go
right,
away.
so real quick, you got the young, Han Solo.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you do?
Boba Fett.
Boba?
You
we
know-
know how he ends.
He crawls out of it, supposedly.
Sure.
In the comics, he did.
Yeah. I would actually like to see Boba Fett and Han Solo like as a buddy. Not a comedy, but like as a buddy. They had
I
to
heard they did that in a comic book or in a
there was
book?
rumors
Like
of
the
a
Odd Couple.
There was
Kinda.
rumors of a book like that, and I never heard if it ever came out of that. I thought that would be kind of fun.
Where like Han wore Boba's armor.
Oh God, don't do that.
Jesus.
There was original idea. I was like some early drafts of Lucas's that Boba Fett was actually going to be Darth Vader's brother.
I heard that. Yeah.
It's like, no, stop fucking being related. Stop it. I don't need it.
All right, so other than Boba Fett, what else? I mean, what else could they draw on that's in there?
I don't know. Personally, I would go back to the Knights of the Old Republic and have billions of Jedi, billions of Sith,
Billions of Seths.
Seth Greens.
Seth Greens.
Hundreds of each fighting each other and like a nice little story in itself that takes
war movie.
It takes place 1,000 years before these movies.
Sure.
You don't need any connection.
You make it kind of like Sith versus Jedi in a World War I type
And we
setting where they're
ma-
doing trench warfare. That would be cool.
I'm moving this dirt at you. So am I.
I'm moving it back.
I get. I'm not saying that everything that Cloverfield is doing with their universe is great, but I like that it's taking place. Like there's little pockets. Like this is going to be in the Cloverfield universe. They're not connected, only except that it's in the whole universe. I like that. Do that with Star Wars. You can do standalone movies with that. Do a whole fucking standalone movie with the X-wing pilots from the X-wing.
Wedge Antilles.
There you go, Wedge.
Wedge Antilles
But you know,
story.
I think you need to move away from the original trilogy.
The Wedge Antilles
You
story.
need to move away from those characters.
That's it.
I mean, I know they're in every pop
You need
culture.
a Porkins movie. Find out how Porkins got to be on the Rebellion.
How he got to be fat? He went to Frisch's. He went to Golden Corral, and they kicked him out. I can barely fit in this thing. Fucking X-Wing. Make it a Y-Wing so I can fit in.
We're short of pilots. We have to waive the height and weight requirement.
Not the height, just the weight. I'm 5'2". Shut up. On my license, it says 5'4". Shut up.
It also says corrective lenses. You can't fly.
You can't fly.
If you gave Randy Quaid a plane, I can do it too. Sorry, connecting that one.
Yeah, don't ever connect that.
Or Lando running the Cloud City days.
Damn affirmative action! You
Yeah.
fucking gave it to him. You gave it to the only black guy in the universe.
These damn Cloud City Union folk.
You told me that's not bullshit. Come on.
All right, if you guys aren't careful, the Empire's going to come in here and take this operation over.
And then you will lose everything we've worked for up to this point.
Because you know the Empire screws everything up.
They'll bring their OSHA along with them.
You know, or you know they'll have the architects who's working on the Death Star, and this guy's gonna be pitching it to his wife. No, you understand? There's got to be a vent, and this vent has to let out all this energy. And she's like, I still think that's a bad idea. You don't know shit.
I went to 4 years of the Fleet Academy.
4 years of space architecture school. And I tell you, this Death Star thing with the vent's gonna work.
It's the size of a small moon. It needs to vent somewhere.
It's too hot. And really, who's going to ever find that vent? Nobody's going. We'll tuck it behind some turrets.
Or you know what? I still love the Rosencrantz Guildenstern spin. There should be like 2 Union guys on the Death Star while it's under attack from the rebels. Like, hey, we gotta get out of here. And in the background, you know, Ben Kenobi's running across the platform. You know, Darth Vader. They're fighting. They're like, we gotta get the hell out of here.
You need to watch. It was on the Geek and Sundry website. The space janitors.
The space janitors?
They're pretty much, it's the janitors on the Death Star from their perspective. And how no one notices the janitors. They're the one that puts down a mop and all of a sudden they realize he's there type
It
thing.
would be like, why is there a monster in the garbage pit?
We've lost 6 janitors already.
Who in the hell put a monster in the garbage pit?
Porkins, we would love you to fly the X-Wing. OSHA says you're not allowed being on the ladder that high because of your weight. I am sorry.
Didn't I tell you to kill that monster in the garbage pit last week?
I'm sorry, sir. There was some electrical shark.
How many space janitors have we lost when they're dumping trash off in that garbage pit and that thing sucks them up?
The Emperor said I had to remove the burned furniture from his shocks, okay? I'm sorry.
No excuses anymore.
I'm sorry, sir.
Hey, we got this new ship that came in from the tractor beam. Go clean the shit out of that and don't miss any life forms on it.
I'm sorry, sir.
Well, I go back to episode 4. Hey, another escape pod just launched. We're ready to shoot it. No, there's no life forms on it. Just let it go. But sure, I could use target practice. No. Don't shoot it. I said let it go.
It's not even like they're using bullets.
Yeah, it's not like, we need to save ammunition.
Yeah.
You know, a laser costs us
Hey,
so
do you
much
know
energy.
how much Empire Starbucks this costs every time we launch one of these lasers?
Our electric bill is high, and if Mrs. Vader sees
How
that
do
bill
you
one more
think
time,
we paid for the Death Star?
We've got a freaking nuclear core that's being vented. Come on. I mean, maybe if we didn't have vents on the Death Star, we'd have to worry about that.
back to your original question. They're also saying an Obi-Wan Kenobi trilogy.
Yeah, I could go. Actually, Ewan McGregor wants to do it.
I know, but I don't.
I could let him do it. That's fine with me.
The question
He's
is...
he's about the right age, too.
The biggest question is the Obi-Wan trilogy would be him watching Luke from a distance on Tatooine.
Sir, there's this restraining order by Lars.
Yeah,
saying,
Uncle
please.
Owen would just say, "Get out of here! We don't want your kind here anymore."
My kind Jedi. Maybe
You're an anti-Jedite?
Maybe a Jimmy Smits comedy about raising Princess Leia.
There you
on
go.
Coruscant. You see, Jimmy Smits
Alderaan,
is in
he
the.
raised him
Sorry,
right.
Alderaan. Jimmy Smits is in the new movie though.
Oh, really?
Next episode 8. Yeah.
Awesome.
He
I don't know if that's awesome.
Actually, you know, you think about it, you're Luke.
Oh, not episode 8.
If you're Luke,
This one, Rogue One.
Yeah. So he won't be in episode 8. pretty much sure he died on Alderaan.
He's on Rogue One. In Rogue One.
Luke got the shit end of that deal. I mean, Leia gets
yeah,
to go
he did.
live in the lap of luxury, and he's
stuck on a moisture farm in the shittiest planet in the
desert
universe.
Tatooine.
He's got blue milk.
Yeah, she's got handmaidens. She's got people that make food for her, make her bed.
Daily spankings
You
every
know?
day.
Exactly.
Who wants a spanking?
Luke
And
got
then
screwed.
The oral sex.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, move on. What else comes out this week?
I don't know. I forgot where we were.
Does it matter now?
Something called Collateral Beauty.
Oh my god, could somebody fucking tell me? No, I don't even
It's a
care
feel
what this
good
is
about yourself movie.
Yeah, it's about something. I don't know. It's Will Smith's son dies, and that like he goes through and meets death and love and all
James Smith?
Well, in real life we can't be that lucky, but
Oh,
I'm talking.
well,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say. Anyways,
We
in
do
the
not
movie,
wish death upon him.
you should put him in your Miracle on 34th. Anyways,
His movie career is dead. So.
yes, true. Really thought the new one, but yeah. Anyway, I don't care. I'm already bored by my own synopsis of Collateral Beauty.
Another reason why children really shouldn't be in movies.
That's right.
And Manchester by the Sea is expanding to multiple
I have no idea
theaters.
what the fuck this movie is. I thought this was, again, the guy that played Magneto Fassbender, about adopting the kid that washes ashore on the lighthouse island.
No,
that was a long time ago.
I
I was like, is it really just expanding?
I thought this was like a New Order goes to the beach.
Oh.
Something like that.
Hulk Hogan?
No.
So you're saying we need to look this up?
Obviously,
No, please
that
don't. I don't
Manchester
care.
music reference
Let's
went
do some
right
buy
over
sell.
his head.
I like
Manchester
But
by the
365 foot's
Sea.
got it.
Maybe. Here we go. It's a drama.
Yeah, I'm bored.
Lee Chandler is a brooding, irritable loner who works as a handyman for a Boston apartment block.
Yeah, well.
One damp winter day, he gets a call summoning him to his hometown north of the city. His brother's heart has given out suddenly, and he's been named guardian. Oh, look at
Oh,
this
it's Casey
one.
Affleck.
And he's been named guardian to a 16-year-old nephew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got good reviews. I don't care. Anyways, moving on.
It's not Star Wars, so we're not going to be watching it this week.
Yeah. Bad time to come out.
How funny would that be if that could hit number one and Rogue did not? This week, Manchester by the Sea made $185 million.
Buy sell this
Rupees.
week. Jason Bateman.
Sell.
I like me some Jason Bateman. I'll buy him.
I'll sell.
Jason Bateman probably isn't too expensive, and I think he's got a string. I think he could go a long term, so a long term investment I would buy.
So.
I think Jason Bateman will be productive till he's on Blake's list of he's going to die next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
In his 80s. So I'll buy Jason Bateman. T.J. Miller.
Sell. I can't stand
Sell.
this guy. I can't stand his
Except
comedy.
for the fact that he's going to be in the next Deadpool.
I don't think.
And he's in Big Hero 6, the sequel, because he was decent in that. But
Yeah.
as a
So
voice.
he's going to be. I wouldn't sell him just yet. I think he's got a little bit ahead of him.
I can't stand
but
it. So I'm doing personal things. I'm selling.
But I think he's going to. The floor will drop out soon, so you don't wait too long to
Yeah,
sell.
or you can just go ahead and unload him now. So I think his weird, shtick he did on the late night with sticking the paperclip through his ear with all that blood all over the place might not have helped.
Good.
I didn't see that.
You don't want to.
He's not. It's
His stand-up comedy is like, I'm the smartest person in the room. You will listen to my political and religious beliefs. Blah blah blah.
and in the meantime, I'm
It's
going
like,
to stick this
okay.
paper, this clip through
If you
my
don't
ear.
get my jokes, it's because you're not on the same level as me. Okay, I don't care. Fucking TJ.
All that blood. Ooh. That was a lot of blood. But
Olivia Munn.
Bye.
Yeah.
I don't care what she's in.
She's the reason Aaron Rodgers suffered a setback.
Yeah.
I'll take that setback if I was Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, exactly. All that extra
Apparently,
time.
Did anyone hear the stories how Aaron Rodgers is estranged from his parents and his family?
Yeah.
He has nothing to do with them, and it pretty much all happened when
Yeah.
he started
They
dating
did Olivia Munn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like poison to me.
I really don't care.
Olivia Munn might be poison.
Crazy ones are the best.
That's right.
And she was, well, she wasn't necessarily disappointing, but the new X-Men movie she was in, her whole part was disappointing.
I know. I just used to watch a lot of G4 when she was hosting.
Attack of the Show.
Attack of the Show. That's right.
Next.
Well, I know Jason's answer to this one. Jennifer Aniston.
What am I going to say?
You're going to say Sal.
She's annoying.
I know you dislike her with
She's
every
annoying as
fiber
T.J.
of
Miller.
your being. So it's good they play brother and sister in this new movie?
Sure.
I can always buy me some more Jennifer Aniston.
I probably would sell Jennifer Aniston.
I think she still has several years to go.
I think she has a hard time finding good movies to be in.
Or men.
Or men to be with. Now Justin Theroux's want to dump her.
When is she ever going to get her love?
When is she going to come on the show?
So our top 5 for those listeners from last week. Jeff and I did top 5 TV comedies of the last 5 years. Blake thought it was Blake just thought it was top 5 comedians
of the last 5 years.
So Blake had a different one than us, which actually after 100 and something episodes actually surprised me. This was the first one that did that. First time it happened with Blake. So moving on, this week Jeff and I are doing the top 5 comedians of the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Blake's doing the top 5 TV comedies.
Yeah.
So I really hope my show, I do not take anything off your list here, Blake.
I don't think so.
Blake, what's your number 5 for TV comedies?
My number 5 for TV comedies, I had to, I hobied it.
Okay.
I have 2 of them. They're
Okay.
a tie. I couldn't choose which one
Okay.
that was more hilarious than the other. But it was really basically a 2016 show. Both of them are actually 2016 shows. And the first one was the Democratic National Primary. And it was tied with the Republican National Convention.
It's my number 1. Trump and Hillary Clinton were my comedians of the year.
I figured, what could be more funnier than what we just went through in the primaries?
I want to build a wall. Really? You're going to build a wall?
No.
I never said that.
I
never said that.
I don't know if I should say this for fear of ruining your future one, but the debates didn't make it in there too, or are they coming up?
Those are lumped together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like all lumped together.
Oh,
yeah,
shitstorm.
exactly. You know the whole outside forces meddling with the Democratic National Primary, and then the Democrats complaining about people messing with the national election. And then Republicans just going off the fucking cuckoo nest plantation.
My number 2 was actually Gary Johnson. What's Aleppo? That was hilarious.
You know what? They could have got so much momentum going if he didn't screw up. But now you know why
he
he's a
went from
third-party
12%
candidate. Yeah, exactly.
down to 5%.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Down the hall, Soapbox on
hey.
Canadian Podcast Network.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah,
my
moving
number
on.
5 was Hobie It.
Well, I'm hoping mine.
Okay, it was a political thing. John Oliver and Craig Ferguson.
Okay.
Craig Ferguson, I love. I really do love Craig Ferguson.
Ferguson's fucking funny.
And
I love him.
he's not completely political, but he is hilarious.
He's just really funny.
And I was watching BuzzFeed, I think, had their top 10 lip sync intros from the Craig Ferguson show, his talk show.
Yeah.
I missed that show. It was so
It was
good.
good.
So good.
You know, that's why I put the game show that I put on
Yeah.
last week, because pretty much it's because of Craig Ferguson.
He is hilarious.
Now, granted, I didn't put him on my list this week because he's kind of on my list last week, and I went with most of them younger, more contemporary.
So I went with the UK conglomerate here.
Yeah, there you go.
It's kind of like the Kevin Chris conglomerate. So,
Kinda.
yeah.
Is that John
But
Oliver?
the good thing is John Oliver and Craig Ferguson actually are both funny. Anyways,
but Oliver's more preachy on
He's
stuff.
a little too preachy.
he is a little
He's a
preachy.
little too preachy.
But it gets people talking, which is nice. But he is funny when he can be.
True.
What's your number 5, Jeff?
My number 5, I hope he did.
Okay.
I got a tie between Zach Galifianakis and Pete Holmes.
Oh, okay. I forgot about Pete Holmes. His X-Men stuff was funny.
Mainly, yeah, because that and his Batman.
When he was firing the X-Men.
Yes.
He was Professor X.
I mean, pretty much those skits he did on the Pete Holmes show, I thought were hilarious.
Wolverine, we're going to have to fire you.
But why? I'm the best fighter you got on the team.
What are you made of?
Well, yeah, I got adamantium claws. You know, they're metal.
Uh-huh. What's our number 1 bad guy?
Well, Magneto.
And what's his power?
He controls metal.
Yeah. What would you do? I got a motorcycle. What's that made of? Tubes. And that was an actual quote. Tubes.
What's it made of? Tubes.
I could grow this hipster beard.
And then when he fires Gambit, if we ever fight Magneto in a Hallmark, I'll get in contact with you. Really? No. Good one, Jeff. What's your number 4?
And Galifianakis, I liked his Between Two Ferns, especially when he had Bieber on.
Yes.
Normally, I hate it when people bring Bieber on because you have to watch Bieber, but
I think Bieber was trying to play along, but
he was trying, but I think he kind of got surprised by a couple of the questions.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Anthony Jeselnik.
That's my number 3. I love his dry scent, and he just doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck. He pretty much. I first noticed him during the roasts, and then he got his own show on Comedy Central a couple of years ago, and he just doesn't give a fuck.
He is awesome. He is my number 3.
Did he have like his TV shows like who tries to piss everybody off or something?
Yeah, Anthony Jeselnik Offensive.
Yeah, the Jeselnik Offensive. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
My number 4 is Amy Schumer. I like her a lot. I feel like in the last year she's been overexposed, and I don't think that's her fault. But when
when the iron's hot,
especially for comedians, you try to get
gotta strike it.
I don't need her in Old Navy commercials. It's the same thing.
What about the Bud Light commercials with Seth Rogen? Wasn't that her in this?
Oh, yeah. I try to avoid everything Seth Rogen. John Oliver, I really love...
So you're saying I shouldn't say my number 3 is Seth Rogen?
I know better. Amy Schumer is... I did more stand-up comedians, obviously.
That's mine is pretty much
so I do like Amy Schumer. I like her stand-up. Her specials are funny. It's just, I think I'm getting overexposed to her, and again, it's not anything against her. It's just, that's why she's not higher on my list.
At certain points in times, I really find her sexy.
Oh, she's very sexy. Yeah. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
What's your number?
She's sexy when she's laying in bed with a naked John Cena.
Oh, God. Go ahead, what's your number 4, Blake?
My number 4...
John Cena sexy.
I had to, John Cena sexy. No, I had to follow up number 5 with 2016 presidential election. Because we're either in for a hilarious 4 years or a true tragic comedy.
But we still want to thank our Supreme Overlord.
Supreme Overlord. This was a compliment.
Go back to our
Supreme Overlord.
Go back to our election episode.
List. Yes. It's a top list. It's a top list.
I should have been number 1.
We're going to get a tweet. Hobie, you're fired.
These guys are fucking professional amateurs. We don't listen to them.
There's everything they say so one-sided. It's not fair.
We hate everyone equally.
They make Alec Baldwin look funny.
They killed Alan Thicke.
Whoa, that just got too harsh.
Personally responsible for the death of Helen Mirren.
And Lindsay Lohan.
Did you hear Helen Mirren died? According to Hobie. What's your number 3, Blake?
Number 3. I was pleasantly surprised by the Showtime series Dice.
Oh yeah, you talked about
Dice Clay.
The Dice Clay. It was actually pretty funny. It's a older retired Dice in Vegas being himself and running into problems.
You talked about that.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Today
back. You're kind of actually looking like Andrew Dice Clay with your tracksuit, and I'm kind of worried about you. Did you just turn into my 6-month-old? I'm not sure what you just did there. Oh yeah, I'm the bad impressionist.
Andrew Dice Clay, but you don't understand the words he's saying.
I get it.
Which normally you don't understand the words he's saying.
Oh,
hey.
Oh yeah, that's right. There was that EMF song that used Andrew
what
Dice.
What the fuck was that? That's right, EMF.
Whoa! In the
God,
song.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Never did that song.
Whoa!
Yes, it was. Actually, it was a decent song. I got the CD.
That doesn't mean anything.
Schubert
I had Chumbawamba CD, okay? That doesn't mean anything.
That was a good song. I get
Song.
knocked down.
Yeah.
But I didn't say buy the whole.
Yeah,
I
I
bought
didn't say the whole CD. It was good.
I was part of the
song
CD
was good.
catalog back then. You had to buy some.
Oh, you got hooked into that one.
My number 3 was Anthony Jeselnik.
Good pick. I like it.
What's your number 3?
My number 2 is Mike Birbiglia.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
He's fine.
I like him. He's funny. His specials are good.
That's as good as Neil from Dark Angels review. I didn't see it. It was fine. He's funny. I liked him.
He's funny.
You don't even get to say anything. You cut off my raccoon story, you're done with him. What's your number 2?
What's your raccoon story?
Fuck you. It's over now.
They've got little tiny hands.
Dude, they're funny.
My number
And they
2.
look like little bandits with their eyes.
Honey badgers aren't the only animals I don't give a fuck. Raccoons don't either. Moving on. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Tom Segura.
Okay. Loved him in Picket Fences.
I don't think that was him.
I think so. He was in Steel Magnolias?
I think you're thinking of Tom Skerritt.
No, I'm almost positive I did. But go ahead.
I like his big mustache.
Again, Tom Skerritt.
I don't think you're right. I think you're wrong on this one. Blake and I both agree. That is not who you're thinking
We
of.
don't think you know who you're thinking of.
Maybe
We don't
I'm
think
wrong,
you're.
but he's still number 2 on my list.
Snake Draft. Number 2 for me is Aziz Ansari.
Aziz
right.
Ansari.
I've seen him twice in concert. Really funny.
Live?
Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. I
he
love
is
him.
fucking brutal in
He
stand
is-
up. He's funny.
He's funny. And I loved him on Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's my number 2. What's your number 2? Or number 2.
Is it to me?
Yeah.
Number 2, Modern Family.
Good movie.
I
That
like
was
it.
a good show. That was
Good
on my
show.
list last week.
Yep.
What's your number 1?
Number 1.
With a bullet.
If you've been listening to this podcast, you know what number 1's got to be.
Game of Thrones?
Comedy.
Westworld?
Comedy.
Sex and the City? Good call.
Jeff?
Good call.
Amfab?
No.
I'm
FF just had the movie.
You can't do AbFab because that's a spin-off of
big.
Sex and the City.
No, it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, for fuck's sake.
Oh.
Oh, did you talk about that a lot? Well, you said it like you talk about it every week.
Well, no. Anytime we talk about comedies or something funny.
Okay, moving on. Anyways, my number 1.
Okay.
I agree, it's funny.
He does talk about it every week.
Thank you.
I'm with you on that, Blake. You know.
He's too busy eating Pez and Subway sandwiches.
You say that like that's a
and
bad
listen,
thing.
Tom Skerritt stand-up.
Tom Skerritt, you don't know your mustache.
What's
man.
up with the Pony Express? I don't know, Tom. What's up with it? It never gets there within the 6 months it says. Anyways,
Why are
sounded
they
like
still
John
using
Madden.
horses? Why are they still using horses to deliver mail?
how about Cheetah Express? I'm just saying.
Doesn't PETA have an opinion on this?
My number 1 is Daniel Tosh.
Why do they end up at the glue factory?
Because Jason runs a joke into the crowd.
He whips that dead horse.
And my number 1 is Daniel Tosh. I really like him. I refuse to pay the prices for his stand-up live,
yeah.
but $85 starting. And but I do have a couple of his CDs, and
He is pretty funny on Tosh.0.
love Tosh.0.
It's pretty funny. I kind of think that the show though ran its course.
Is it still on?
Yeah.
I don't
the
know if they're just
repeats are on
repeats,
every day,
but-
pretty
Yeah.
much.
I don't know if they still make new ones or not, but
Probably. You know what? I agree with you. Probably Ozzy's probably should have been my number 1. I should have flip-flop. There you go.
either way.
Go ahead. What's your number 1? Jeff?
My number 1 is Kyle
Five-ish
Kinane.
Finkel?
Five-ish Finkel.
Okay,
Who died
Jeff.
this year.
Jeff's number 1 is 5-ish Finkel from Picket Fences.
go.
Okay, moving on. Good list, Jeff. He is pretty funny. I loved him as the attorney for the
Yeah.
town.
And now he's dead.
Yeah. Okay.
2016.
Anybody have
you
any
suck.
honorable mentions?
No.
Okay. I had Dave Chappelle because his Saturday Night Live monologue was pretty fucking hilarious, and he did a decent job on the show.
Yeah,
His
unfortunately,
spin-off-
that's the one thing he's done in the last
Yeah,
5 years.
It was that good.
It was that good. The Walking Dead spoof
Yes.
he did.
With all his characters.
He brought all his characters back. It was hilarious. That was awesome.
I actually thought John Cena did a decent job on Saturday Night Live this week.
I've read about it. I haven't seen any.
Some of the skits were a little hit or miss.
Like every week of Saturday Night Live.
Exactly.
like
and
every
again,
week.
that's what you know going into it. But I thought it was decent. It was decent.
Mm-hmm.
It was much better than the week before episodes. So we watch every week.
Yeah,
I
who's the
enjoy it.
musical guest?
I have
Who
no idea.
cares?
I don't
Exactly.
know.
That's right.
We
If
start
it's someone you like, you care.
Yeah, but it was somebody again that we have no idea. She starts to say, "I go to fast
Was it
forward."
Beyonce doing her rock song?
No.
If you like, you put a ring on it. If you like, you put a ring on it.
Girls.
Just wanna have
And you
fun,
know,
girls.
no, that's not even the right one.
Yes, it is.
You're ruining
Girls.
a Cyndi Lauper song.
girls.
Girls.
Who ruled the world? Girl. Yeah,
Girls.
apparently like 8 people wrote that song, Girls.
That's horrible.
And I'm like, so it takes one person to write something like Imagine, and it takes 8 people to write a piece of shit like Girls.
And 32 producers or
I
something.
got it.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing. Nope, damn it.
Stop.
Hey, yo, just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot.
I'm going to do my Burr impersonation here.
Load the gun.
Unfortunately, Eugene made it, so it won't kill me. It'll be fine.
All right.
Damn it. Bad idea of the week. I'm going 820. Jason singing Hamilton again.
It's a pretty bad idea.
I know. Next week I'll be saying Beyonce. Put a ring on it if you like me. Put a ring on me.
I don't even understand what
Put a
songs
ring
you're
on
trying
it,
to
Jay-Z.
sing.
You're ugly, but put a ring on me. Oh yeah. Put a ring on me. Oh yeah. I'm going to get my scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but dag, I amaze me. Gotta holler just to be heard.
So Jason's now dead. So Roger says goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
All right. We'll just record to make sure nothing goes goofy for a while. Oh, get my sandwich out. Eat my sandwich. Maybe I should go ahead and do my research. Oh, do we not have... Okay. $153. Okay. Jason doesn't have a copy of 154 over there, does he?
154.
Now what we're on, 154?
I have no idea. Yeah, 154. And no.
All right.
Because I wasn't told to print any out.
Neither was I, so I didn't. I'm just recording right now just to see if it, while we wait, just to see how long it'll go and see if it will start making noise again or if we're good to go.
Alright, that's fine. See what it sounds like everywhere else.
Yay, pause.
Sound effects.
It's raining Pez.
It's raining Pez.
Hallelujah. Ooh, that one made it to me.
I don't know, is that enough to make it through one episode tonight? Okay. We should have saved the. Did we save the European Union Pez?
Yeah, it's over on that chair.
Did they use corn fructose
Probably not.
in their Pez? Because I used it in the American, and I found the European Union pez to be a superior product. Could be because...
Because of the high fructose corn syrup, or lack thereof.
Correct. So I have to read the, go find the Great Britain translation here. It's not on this side. Bonbons au goût de fruits. Caramello comprimido. Bonbons mit Fruitgeschmack. Fruit flavor sugar confectionery tablets.
It sounds so proper.
Fruit flavor sugar confectionery tablets. Let's see, they have ingredients: sugar, glucose syrup, acid citric acid, acidity regulator, sodium citrates, fully hydrogenated palm fat, emulsifier, mono and dipglycerides of fatty acids, flavorings, fruit and plant concentrates, apple, black currant, carrot, safflower, black carrot, sweet potato, grape and lemon. Sweet potato. Black currant, which is in a snake bite, struck black, by the way. Half lager, half cider. And when I ask for black currant in American bars, they don't have any.
No, they don't, because it's not really an American thing.
That's correct. So when I ask for a snake bite and strike it black, the bulk of them just stare at me like, you want a shot? All right, let me see.
Well, if you went to my bar and asked for a snake bite, you get a shot of Yukon Jack and lime juice. So don't go to my bar.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it says glucose syrup. That's not high fructose corn syrup, is it?
Nope. I don't know what to do.